Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to The Curse of the Blightborn Court. Last time, our lovely adventurers went and had a little bit of downtime, got to experience a little bit of the city of Gasaara. They got to meet the God of Death, as well as getting Klaus to be returned to them. Got to go and see about getting a lot more sweets from Daisy, including Jules eating 3.5 plates of sweet rolls. And now we are... oh, right, and we also learned of Jules' little secret involving his split personality. And we are now... within that downtime, you guys found a bounty for someone by the name of Vostel Blanche. And that is where you guys are on the journey to the small town of Corelda. And you guys are sort of, as the morning sun is coming over the horizon, getting ready to head out with all of you in the cart going towards Corelda. If there's anything you guys want to talk to with each other, you can.
Can you reach Twitch chat real quick?
Yes. Yes. I keep forgetting to do that. Why am I... There isn't much here anyways.
No, we're not as important as the viewers.
No, it's fine. It's the fact that we haven't gotten into combat yet. Otherwise, I would have started doing that. But just got this like little thing so far. But you guys end up heading out, and this is the time where, if you guys want to, you can discuss whatever you would like to discuss with one another, while I work on building a small little tavern. So chat amongst yourselves for a second while I try to make something very quick, because I did not make this in ahead of time. Oopsie daisy. Or I'm just gonna end up pulling it offline. Fuck it. But anyways, talk amongst yourselves while I end up not everybody at once, jeez.
I think I just start by asking Jules, first of all, how do you feel after all those sweet rolls yesterday? And secondly, what the fuck, why did you never tell us about Janice?
Anytime, OMalley.
I think he's in a sugar coma.
I think he is too.
I'm sorry, could you repeat that? I missed that part.
You're good.
I think Hekatae just is going to ask you, first of all, how do you feel yesterday after all of those sweet rolls? And also, why did you never tell us about Janice?
I think I got lost in trying to be normal. Like, I want to be just like you guys, and I just want to. I don't want to think about her. You know, sometimes she really makes things really, really difficult. And I just want to have a day or a time where I'm not worried about switching over and losing who I am and track of what's going on and hurting people that I care about. And I don't know what else I'm sorry. I should have said something. I really am sorry. I should have said something.
Don't you think it has the potential to hurt us even more if we don't know about someone who's coming at us as a threat?
You're right. You're really, really right. And I think I'm gonna have to take some time where I really work on controlling her and keeping her in the cage, you know, locked away back there. And I'm gonna have to take that time. And you know, we've been together since I showed up, and I think I'm gonna have to probably take some moments where I go on my own and face this problem, and I'll be back though. I'll be back really soon. But I need everybody to know that it's not them. It's me. I have to work on this, and I have to get better at this, and I need to tell everyone that, you know, I have her in check. Like, she's not gonna hurt you. She might be adversarial and cold, but you know, she's my sister, and she's gonna protect us both and keep us alive, and we're gonna work as a team, and we're gonna get through this together. The moments where we have those sweet rolls, I lose it, and it just reminds me of a childhood where everything was okay, and and then he stops and kind of like focuses on the distance, like gets lost in thought. So out of character, I do really appreciate playing with you guys, and I'm looking forward to playing with you next week. I unfortunately have some business to take care of. Thank you everybody for watching as well, and I will join back next week. I just wanted to say that character's going on a little bit of a journey, a pilgrimage. They'll be back very shortly when they have all their stuff together, right? Because everybody needs to take that moment and focus and be better, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hope you're okay, OMalley, and
yeah, I'm
to
fine.
see you
Sorry,
soon.
I got a little too much into character there, so touch the lightning. But yeah, if you want to roleplay that out, go ahead.
Yeah, I can do that. So along the your way as you're discussing this with Jules, he ends up just at one point just stepping off as you guys are going, and Klaus looks over and is like, "Where are you going?" And Jules is like, "I'll be back," and with that he walks off to wherever he may be going. Who knows where his little pilgrimage will take him. But he ends up walking off as you guys make your way to Corelda. And as you do, you then end up making your way to... I'm going to try to get this to work as best as possible, because doing this kind of on the fly. You take this path, and you reach a tiny tavern in this. So to describe Corelda, it is a small woodland type town. There aren't a lot of buildings there. You see that there's like a tavern, a town hall, and other bits and pieces around, but so far just not a really showy place. Like, not as big as, definitely not as big as Gasaara, and to put it in perspective, it's around the same size, if maybe a little smaller, than Elderwood. So you see that there's like a little church, a little like town hall. Like, it's a very small town. A lot more houses than you would see, probably businesses, but you see a tavern come up, and it is the Brazen Beard. And Klaus says to you all, We might want to go in and ask around, see if anyone has seen Blanche anywhere.
Good idea, Klaus. Should we split up?
Well, that's up to you, but we're kind of in unfamiliar territory. If you want to stay together, you can. If you feel like you can handle yourselves, which I know you guys can do, you can split up. I'm not going to be your boss.
I think it would be safer if we stay together.
Okay, let's go on in.
Alright. So you all end up hopping into this tavern. I'm going to try my best to lead everybody in if I can. Just throw them all one by one as I'm trying to get this locked into place. This, and we'll lock it right here. Perfect. You guys end up inside this tavern, and it's once again a small tavern, but inside you see that there's a little bar area. There's some food that's been laying out. You see a small plate of sweet rolls on the table, where there's a little kenku over there nomming on them. The sweet rolls making you think of your friend Jules as he's off on his little pilgrimage. You see a few other people. You see a halfling, you see a gnome, you see like just a few people around drinking and having a good time. You see in the back of the behind the bar is a dwarven man. He's got like a dark brown beard with the little circlets in to hold all that beard hair in braids, and he's cleaning up behind the counter as you enter in.
I'm gonna find a corner to sit in and just listen for gossip.
Okay. So I also forgot to mention there's like a small little stage where people can end up like, doing like singing or jokes or whatever. Like they have a little stage there as well. So you're gonna go into the corner, and we'll move this guy over here just for shiggles and argument. Off the table. We'll move you over to this little corner here, and that Kenku is busy eating his sweet rolls as you walk in, and yeah, what do you want to do, Celestia?
I want to speak with a dwarf.
All right. You come up to the counter. The nice oaken counter. There's a few spills here and a few candles up. Probably gonna change that out because that is just an excessive amount of fucking candles. You come up to the and you see that they have some stuff up, and you come up to this guy and he says, "Welcome to the Brazen Beard. What can I do to help you?"
Hello, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Oh, my name's Victor. Nice to meet you.
Hi, Victor. I am Celestia.
Hi.
Could you tell us the name of our bounty again really quick?
Vostel Blanche.
Okay.
I'll even put it in chat
here
just to make sure for all of you. I'll put it in the players only chat so you guys have the exact name. And that
Thank
is, you are welcome. But yeah.
Okay, so we are here in search of a man named Vostel Blanche. Have you heard of him?
Hey, Vostel. I've heard of him. What's the bounty for?
He burned down an apothecary So we are here to get justice.
Aye, justice. Well, from what I've heard, he and his lot like to be around in a cave just a few miles outside of town. Been causing a little bit of a ruckus, as you would say.
That really helps me. Thank you very much.
Aye, no problem. Would you like anything to eat or drink? We have a vegetable stew. We also have a beef soup as well.
I'm gonna motion to Hekatae, like, come here.
Does Hekatae approach?
I go up to where Celestia is.
Excellent. And alright, and you are up there.
This is my lover, Hekatae. Hekatae, this is Victor.
Hello, Victor.
Aye, Victor Ironfoot at your service. And he puts a hand out to shake.
I reach out to shake his hand as well.
He shakes you pretty hard, like, he's this pretty strong looking dwarf, so like shaking you, and like you can feel you're like almost like waving like a flag as he's shaking your hand. And he says, "What can I get to you two lovely ladies?"
So Victor has told us where our bounty was last seen, and I was wanting to order some food from here to help him out a bit.
Okay, what do you have, Victor?
Well, what would you like? Because I do have some different sorts of meats. We have a roasted chicken, we've got a vegetable stew, we have mystery beef soup, we have pumpkin pie, we have you like cornbread? Everyone seems to like the cornbread that we make here. Seems to be a specialty.
If you don't mind me asking, where do you get your meat from that there's a specialty, mystery meat stew?
Aye, so you see, outside the town there's a hunting guild, and they go and they hunt some wild game. They don't tell me what it is, they just say they need to get rid of it, and they say, "Hey Victor, you want some, you want some meat?" And I'm like, "Sure, I can always use some extra meat," and so I put it into a stew, and, or soup, I guess, in this case, and, yeah. That's how I make a mystery beef soup.
I think I'm gonna stick to something vegetarian.
Okay. We also have just, like, you know, things other than mystery beef soup. Like, it's not just the vegetable stew or the mystery beef soup. I do have, like, a venison stew, if you'd rather have that. That I hunt myself.
Maybe chicken?
Aye, alright. Chicken noodle soup, coming right up. What would you like there, lady? Celestia, yes.
I will take your vegetable stew, please.
Alrighty. Does anyone else get anything, at the counter? Cain or, Wesvyre?
I would actually just like to go sit at a table.
Alright, so, you gonna sit at the same table as Wes, or you gonna...
Yeah, sure.
Alright, so you sit, next to Wesvyre. Klaus is going to go and sit in the table across from you guys. He just orders, like, a simple sandwich, nothing too crazy. And you see that, you guys go to sit down at the table. And I'll just add another chair because that's just needed.
While he's getting our food ready, can I ask him some more about Vostel Blanche?
Vostel Blanche? Sure, yeah.
I just want to ask him, like, does he have any concept of how dangerous this person is? And also, like, does he like to travel in a big group or more of a lone wolf? Like, what, does he know about kind of, I don't know, his patterns?
So you, he looks over, at you for a moment, and it's like, you really are bounty hunters, aren't you? Well, from what I hear, he likes to be in a group of people, and they seem to be like a little denizen of thieves, I would say. You could tell who he is by the brown of his like long flowing brown hair, and he's caused some trouble around here. But it's a pain, I'll say, to have to deal with his kind around here.
Well, hopefully we'll be able to take care of that. Is he a well-known name around here, if we would ask others?
Aye, he would be a well-known name around here. There might be differing stories depending on who you're asking, but, mostly the same story. Roll me a, perception check.
That's a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. You'll notice that there's a small the halfling at the edge of the bar. He goes from his table here, and he's at the bar here, sitting, and he's just like keeping an eye on like you. Like, you catch out of the corner of your eye that he's like keeping an eye on you specifically.
I'd like to just kind of dip my head at him to make him aware that I see him, but then just
he quickly looks down into his ale and begins to just drink at it.
Okay, well, I think I tell Victor thank you for the food and for the information, and then go back over to join the others.
Yeah, so you bring this little silver platter over. You see that there's a beef stew there, and I'm just gonna move this one from over here just to make it easy. We'll put that beef stew there, and then for the other one, we'll put chicken. Just a whole
Can I
chicken.
tell if this is actual chicken?
Roll an investigation check.
Oh god.
Another dirty 20?
You can
It's
tell that
cheating.
it's chicken.
Okay,
a full chicken, whether it's been, deboned or not, you have no idea, but you've been served an entire like roasted chicken.
I just go, okay, I thought he said chicken noodle soup, but I'll take it.
I ran out of chicken broth, he says over the counter. It's the same price. I'm not gonna charge you extra for my mistake.
Thanks, Victor. And then I ask anybody else if they want to help me eat.
No
this, but if there's no way.
problem. So yeah,
Anybody like want a drumstick or?
Klaus has his hand up and he says, "I'll take a small little cutlet."
Go for it, Klaus.
He takes a small little bit and puts it into the sandwich that he's eating. So now it has some meat in it. And I don't know what Cain and Wesvyre want to do.
To eat my lemon cookie.
You eat your lemon cookies. You just go into your little pouch and you start eating Daisy's lemon cookies.
Just one. I just nibble on one.
You nibble on them.
Even though everybody kind of crowded me over here, I'm gonna kind of wander off away from the group since I'm trying to hear gossip and not be, necessarily.
Yeah. So
within the
you
group.
get up and you just start, moving over to this other side here where there's like a little bench, and you sit down over there.
I'm gonna go ahead and on my way there grab a nice mug of mead from the counter.
Excellent. And it's you taste it, and it's like a very sweet honey mead that you end up getting. And then the chicken, very well roasted. You can, as you're eating it, you can tell that it was cooked well and that it is indeed, the meat is, well cooked and well seasoned. Speaking of also, yes. And also, speaking of well seasoned, you have the vegetable stew, which has mushrooms, celery, carrots, potatoes, a few little beets in there as well, in this like very thick vegetable broth. And you can just smell the different aroma of the vegetables as it wafts into the air off this steaming bowl of vegetable stew.
So after a bite, Celestia is going to say, "This is excellent, Victor."
I thank you. My wife, she grows it herself.
My compliments to her.
He smiles at you, getting back to work behind the counter. And Wesvyre, what are you trying to do in the corner? You're trying to listen to gossip, as you said?
Yeah, I'm trying to listen in, see what everybody in town's talking about, see what people say when they don't think people are listening.
Sure.
And I have a passive perception of 16, but I'm also, trying to.
You're trying to listen in. I would say roll a perception check, and tell me what exactly you're trying to listen in. So you said you're going to listen into anything that like the town people are saying when they think no one is listening. So you roll, and we'll see, depending on how high you roll, what you'll end up hearing.
Probably nothing with that roll.
What'd you roll?
12.
12. With a 12, you overhear this one gnome in the corner saying,
"Hi, my ass really itches today. I should put more chafing cream there."
And he's just talking to himself as he's drinking his ale.
Wesvyre just kind of shakes her head and just laughs inside her head for a minute there.
Excellent. So yeah, you guys are eating your meal and spending the time to eat and get yourselves put together for the evening. And the little Kenku ends up walking out of the scene, out the door. And
can I, as I'm eating, just pay attention to the guy behind me who was like listening in on my conversation?
Sure, you're trying to pay attention to him?
Yeah, just to see like if he's noticeably trying to eavesdrop on us, or like what he's up to, anything suspicious.
Roll me a perception check.
Ooh.
Guess I don't know shit. That's a 7.
No, you do not notice anything. You don't notice him do anything. You see that he's like staring at his ale or whatever. But that's all you end up seeing. Like nothing really sticks out to you as being suspicious. Klaus then ends up...
Y'all learn...
Oh, you can talk. No, go right ahead.
So what did y'all learn about our bounty?
I think I just give a glance behind me and say, we might want to discuss this when we're more in private.
I will say this, if I did not mention it already, that this is not just a tavern, but there's also an above area as well that you guys can go up into. Even though it doesn't show here, there is like a way to go like up to like a inn area. If you'd like to pay for a room.
I can pay for everyone's rooms since I'm
Loaded.
rich.
Yes. You go over to the counter and Victor says, "How did you enjoy the all the food?
It was excellent, Victor. Thank you.
You're welcome, dear. So, is there anything that I can get for you? A drink? We do have some wine.
We would love 4 rooms. Is it 4? Klaus, Cain, me, and Hekatae are sharing one, and then what?
Alright, 4 rooms. Let me see here. You give me 4 gold pieces and I can end up taking care of your room for the night.
I'm gonna hand him 6 gold pieces for also the food.
Also for the food, yep, you're good. Yeah. He says, thank you, dear. And then he brings out 4 keys with like little tags on them, and he says, up top is where you'll be finding your rooms.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome, dear.
So I'll go back and tell everybody that I got us rooms.
And
I don't want to know
like
these can't.
Hmm.
Like, I'm the only rogue, right?
Yes.
That would know thieves can't in the party?
Yes.
Okay. Damn.
Yeah, the only other person that would know thieves can't would either be Reyes, but he's not anywhere, and also Archibald. Because Archibald is fluent in many languages, including thieves can't. So those would be the only 2.
Alright.
Yeah. Is there something you wanted to do, like, with Thieves' Cant, or is there anything you wanted to overhear and see if you heard in Thieves' Cant? Like, is there anything like that that you're wanting to know?
I wanted to ask, who noticed that they were being watched? They were being, not necessarily watched, but like, yeah, watched. After asking the questions.
Hekatae.
I wanted to ask Hekatae if, the guy, was listening. Because I wouldn't have seen it.
You wouldn't have, no.
Yeah, like, I don't think Hekatae would outright tell anybody that she was being listened to. I think she would just try to keep an eye on that person, but of course, you know, rolling a 7, don't know anything.
Yeah.
So, but I don't think she would have told anybody else in the party really about it. I'm not sure if I would have made it obvious that I knew I was being watched, but,
That is up to you.
I don't know. I think I would just like to tell everybody that if we want to head upstairs, we can all meet in one room to discuss our plans, perhaps?
Sure.
I just nod in understanding and head up.
So you guys are going to head up. Hekatae, as you are heading through, the halfling comes by and bumps into you, like, almost like a shoulder check as he's like going past, but in this case would be more like a hip check because he's of course a halfling, and then just walks out the door.
I think I would like to call after him, hey buddy, watch it.
Watch yourself. And he just goes out the door.
Do we hear him say this?
Yeah, he says it loud enough since you...
Or were we sort of like going up and she was like...
I would say roll a perception check. Won't be that high of a DC to see if you hear.
I would imagine that I would probably be leading everybody else up, right? Since I decided that we were all going to go upstairs to talk.
If you wanted to. I'm not gonna decide your guys' line. You guys decide.
Oh my gosh.
I'm not gonna...
Oh my gosh.
I think
Andy
I would
Beyond is lagging for me.
Oh no. I think I would have been the first person to walk that way, especially because I'm closer over there anyway, except for like what. So yeah, I think I would have probably been definitely within earshot of at least Celestia.
Yeah, so I would say, and with a 13, yeah, Celestia, you do hear him say that as he goes out the door.
Okay. Can we choose to follow?
If you want to, go right ahead.
Okay, I'm gonna
All
follow.
right.
Okay. Okay.
I see her heading that way,
she
and
just
I follow along. I'm like, what are you doing?
You end up going outside the door. Class like, I thought we were gonna do. Oh, God.
Wesvyre is completely confused, but it's not. It's definitely gonna follow because why is everybody going outside after going upstairs?
Yeah. So you open the door, and then Celestia, you head out first as this guy is walking down the path out of the tavern. And Hekatae, you follow, followed by Cain, Klaus, and Wesvyre, in that order out the door.
I was gonna say, is there any way that I can follow unseen?
If you would like to try to, it is.
I was going to ask, like, Celestia, are you trying to be sneaky, or do you want this guy to see you?
Okay.
Yeah, I'm saying, hey, you, halfling.
He sighs and turns around. Yes, elf, what do you want? What's my problem? What's your problem?
Why did you bump into my girl?
You're coming into town and stirring up trouble. We already have it bad enough.
How are we the trouble?
You're coming after Vostel Blanche. That's what's gonna cause trouble.
And?
And? What else do I have to say?
Unless you associate with him, it won't be your problem.
It's not who's associated with him that is the problem. You're going after one man and a group that you really shouldn't be messing with.
Don't you want your village safe?
I do.
I'm gonna use face step and pop up behind him.
You're gonna what? Okay, pop behind him, okay.
Just to make sure that he knows that he
can't go anywhere?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, cool.
As Wes is doing that, I would like to just say to this guy, I would not underestimate our group and what we can do.
I won't underestimate you guys either. What I'm saying is that what happens when you guys leave? Huh? Because you won't stick around this town forever. You're adventurers. I can tell by the look of you. When you leave, and something else comes around, someone else, the same shit or worse is going to happen.
Well, we won't be leaving any members of his group to start any new shit. So at least that'll be one group out of the way.
Okay.
So Celestia's face is gonna just soften. I'm gonna step up to him, just really slow.
Mm-hmm. He seems a little apprehensive, but he doesn't have anything that would be, you know, that you would find
All we
dangerous.
want is to keep people safe. This is a dangerous man. If we go after him, then he will be one less problem for this village and one less problem for your people. We don't want to stir up trouble. We want to keep you safe.
You say you don't want to stir up trouble and you're going after him. Fine. Do what you must. And he turns around, sees Wesvyre there, and he says, am I allowed to go home, Cleric?
I look at Celestia, make sure she's chill with him walking off.
I give a nod, but first I ask him, can we please buy you another drink?
I've already had my fill, but if... I'll come by tomorrow and whatever, and do whatever then.
I step aside.
And as he's walking away, he says, what I can tell you is this. If you're going after him, you're going after the wrong person. And, you know, just just walks away and disappears off into the way of the woods.
I would love to know who the right person is, but okay.
I would kind of like to... Oh, my bad. Go on.
No, you're okay. I was just going to say, I think Hekatae walks back into the tavern.
Alright, so Hekatae walks back into the tavern. Cain, what do you want to do?
Oh, so was I hidden during that time, or...
I mean, it was in broad daylight. I would say if you wanted to be hidden...
Oh, okay, broad daylight.
Yeah, so if you wanted...
I did not see the time.
Yeah. Since you guys came in the morning and it wasn't too far out, you guys made it to where it's like basically like a couple hours till noon, so yeah.
Right. So are we going to kill them all then?
Did the bounty say alive or dead?
It did say dead or alive on it.
If they decide to make moves on us, then I think we have the right to protect ourselves.
Perfect. And I just give like a little devious smile.
Alright. So you guys head back, or at least Hekatae heads back inside. I don't know if everyone else does. Klaus says, I'm going back in. And he goes back inside to join in whatever things you want to discuss.
No, I head back in.
Before I go upstairs like the original plan was, I want to go talk to Victor again.
Sure.
Quietly.
Okay.
Hi, hello, Hekatae.
Hey, Victor. I just had another interaction where it made me wonder, do you happen to know if Vostel Blanche is more of the ringleader of his group, or if there's someone else that we should be looking for higher up?
No, he'd be the ringleader of the group. He's the one in charge.
Interesting. Okay. Thanks, Victor. I think I just walk away.
And then, where's everyone else with outside? Like, anything you guys want to do out there, or?
I also want to chat with Victor.
Okay.
Just really
Cool.
quick.
So Hekatae, you go up. I'll say to your room. Klaus follows you up. And Wesvyre and Cain are still outside, but you want to discuss with Victor. He says,
Oh, hello.
Victor, do you remember that halfling who was sitting at the corner of the bar?
Stuart, you were talking to him, yes?
Stuart.
Yes.
What do you know about him?
He's a farmer. He helps bring in some grains. I pay him. I make pies and bread with the help of my wife, of course. But that's pretty much it.
Where is his farm?
His farm's just a couple miles from here, I believe.
Do you know if he himself has had any trouble with Blanche?
Well, Blanche, he
roll a perception
roll?
check.
Roll.
Yeah, roll a perception check.
I'm so sorry. D&D Beyond for me
You're
is
good.
like lagging.
You're
right
good.
Now, so
You're
I may have to
good.
reset it.
You're good. While that's going on, I'm going to end up just doing this, just for the sake of argument. Not going to move anything, but I'm just going to move that one out of the way just to make it easier for all of that. And also going to work on my settings here, just make sure that that's all.
You're lying. Okay.
Oh,
I got a nat 1.
Nat 1. You, there's nothing that you, like, notice. You just see that he, like, seems tired from, what you see. He's like, we've all had trouble with, Vostel, but, nothing much we can do about it. I've put my adventuring days behind me to open up this tavern. And I don't quite want to give up this life to go back to my old one.
I understand, but that makes me respect you all the more. Thank you, Victor.
You're welcome. If you ever need a place to stay, you've always got one here at the Brazen Beard.
Don't worry, I'm sure I'll be back.
Alright, and you go up
and I'll
with...
go upstairs, yep.
Alright, you go upstairs with Hekatae, and...
Yep, and I want to whisper something to her.
Okay.
Hekatae.
Yes?
Do you still have those pastries?
Yes.
The slight giggle behind that yes had me.
Excellent.
I pull one out.
Oh boy.
Okay, we sprint upstairs.
So me and who else is over here?
You and Cain. I'll say that Cain comes back in first, whether
I'm
he
gonna
wants...
follow him, and I'm just gonna say, these... I don't know what's going on. Like, I know we're on the right side, but sometimes they confuse me.
You'll get used to it in time. I haven't, but that's what I've heard.
I
love it.
I love it. I love that. Perfect line.
I just shake my head.
And you both head upstairs to your rooms? Or
Right.
what do you want to do? I don't want to tell you like what your character does, so if you want to go upstairs you can. If you want to do otherwise, it's up to you.
Yeah, I'll go upstairs and for a short rest or until we decide to go anywhere.
Perfect. Yeah.
I'm just gonna, just because it's still daylight, I'm just gonna stay down here and just kind of see, you know, I want to keep my eyes and ears open because I want to make sure that if anything happens, we're the first to know and be prepared.
Okay. Cool. So you sit in the tavern in the small corner. This little gnome is like going to head out, and he says, have a good day, Victor. I'm heading out. And he calls out, alright, Carl. See you around. And he heads out the door. He's gone for the day. And this half-orc, he comes over and just sits down. And he says,
this is exhausting.
I'm gonna go ahead and walk over to him, you know.
mm-hmm.
Say, what's so exhausting? And offer to buy him a drink.
Everything. Just everything going on with that group of bandits and all else.
Well, let me buy you a drink. We can talk about it. Get it off your chest.
Sure.
And he walks over to the bar, and you do as well. And Victor says to the one,
Oh, Hokar! Nice to see you get away from the fireplace. What would you like? Oh, and who are you? A cleric, I see.
Yes, just coming through town, you know, seeing what's up, adventuring, the like as most clerics do these days.
Aye, that's good.
you go to sit at the bar, and he says,
one for you, Hokar, and one for you, Cleric. I didn't get your name, but I You know, if you want to be private about it, I'm not gonna pry.
It's Wesvyre. Thank you. Sorry. Most people don't ask my name, they just ask me to do things.
Well, that's kind of a sad thing about professions. Most people say when they're first coming here, "Hey, tavern keep, get me a beer," or whatever. And, sometimes it does get old, but I guess you get used to it. But nice to meet you, Wesvyre. Victor Ironfoot. And he, shakes hand and,
Not to be creepy, but I already heard your name, Victor, and I shake his hand.
Oh, well. I do have a loud, booming voice. At least that's what my wife says. And in the background, you hear, from upstairs, you hear, moaning, and he says, yeah, this place isn't exactly soundproof. I should have warned them about that.
I don't think that would have stopped them anyway.
Well, love is love, and after all. And, he just goes to cleaning while the moaning continues upstairs.
Can I just say, too, that I want to have fun pastry time, but I also want to look at my Tome of Clear Thought
Okay.
a little bit today?
Sure, you can do that. So you're going to look at your Tome of Clear Thought?
Yeah.
Perfect. So...
What's a better time to have clear thought?
Exactly. What's the best way to clear your thoughts is afterwards. It's like the post-nut clarity. Anyway, you spend... so how many hours do you want to spend on it? And you'll have to keep that in mind, because if you spend 48 hours over a period of 6 days or fewer studying the book's contents, you'll use up the ability, but you'll end up gaining an increase to your intelligence.
See, that's the question. Are we planning on staying here all day? Like, kind of what was the consensus of the group? I don't know.
That's, I guess, your choice. I'm not gonna tell you otherwise. You're the ones in charge of this group. Do what you want. Yeah.
I think I am going to spend the better part of today just looking at the book and trying to get
Cool. I'll say for a short rest, if everyone wants to take one of those, that is up to you. You can do so. That'll be, since you aren't doing anything strenuous, that'll be 4 hours out of the time that you are spending doing everything under the sun. I'm just gonna wrap you guys up and put you in this little...
That day I was talking to my half-orc friend.
I was talking with my half-orc friend, and then suddenly... death. Yeah. So we're just gonna bring you back down because I fucked up on the placement. Let's just put everyone else back here. Cool. And you're talking with him. They're all doing their things. You're talking with him. What would you want to discuss with him? Like just what he's tired of and
he's just kind of I'm just gonna be like, so tell me, what makes it all tiring for you? What brings you involved?
All these bandits. If we could just strike at their leader, then it would be a much easier time. But it'll take more than just the few of us to really do it.
What do you mean by the few of you?
Oh, a few of us are planning on going out and giving our what for to the people. I'm gonna change his voice up a bit. It's tiring. And I'm over it.
And just to clarify, the bandits, are they part of... what's his face?
Vostel Blanche?
That's yes.
Yeah.
I was trying to find the players only chat.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're good.
Are they part of what he's doing?
Are they part of what he's doing? Or...
Do I know? Just my character know anything? If there's a connection.
You can assume that. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna look at my half-orc friend and said, I didn't catch your name, but I am Wesvyre, and maybe your group and my group have a similar interest and could help each other.
Well, maybe. The name's Hokar.
And he puts his big hand out to you.
I go ahead and shake it, despite how teeny my hand is.
Your tiny hand against this big green orcish hand as he, or half orc hand as he ends up shaking it.
And he says, well, it's good to meet you, but I gotta go home. Best of luck, Wesvyre.
Understandable. Well, if you want to help us, you know where we're staying. Have a good one.
You too.
And he heads out the door, and he is gone. Victor's cleaning up for the evening, and he says,
the evening crowd will be around in a while, but there's still some light outside.
If you still want to, and I'm going to give a little bit of atmosphere in here with like a little bit of a tavern sound, just to... Sure, we'll turn that down a little bit music-wise, because sometimes the music's a bit overwhelming. It's a pretty quiet tavern. Victor's just cleaning up. Not much else is going on. We see the sun beginning to move across the sky. We see it getting to like close to evening as everybody, and you said you wanted a short rest. You guys want to start heading out in like near the dead of night to try to like take out this group, or what?
I have a question, just
Yes.
as like a player
Shoot.
question, not
Yes.
character question.
You're good.
Are rogues, do they have more of an advantage at night?
I wouldn't say. It depends on a bunch of factors. It isn't just because you are set class you have advantage at night. I would say that there would have to be a bunch of factors that Cain would have to have himself in order for him to have like advantage at night. For example, Gloomstalker Ranger, for example, that's a different class, yes, but they have an ability to where at in darkness, like even with dark vision, they are seen as invisible to people. They're invisible in the dark and to people in dark vision. So like, if it's something like that, then like there'd be something.
I was just curious because remember when we discussed earlier that like it's broad daylight outside, you can't really like hide.
Yeah, no.
So okay, got it.
Perfect.
I think heading out in the middle of the night would be smart to be able to hide. And I also don't think I need a long rest or a short rest even, so yeah, I'm just gonna spend all my time like on my book.
Perfect. So make sure to mark for yourself that you took 4 hours out of at least this day to be able to spend time working on that. And then we'll get everybody moving. Wesvyre, you see everybody come down, and
just for sake of not having to go through everything I just talked about,
Yep.
we'll just say that I told them the conversation that transpired with the half-orc.
Excellent. So you guys know all about the conversation that Wesvyre and Hokar had, and you guys start heading out. You head out as the evening begins to dwindle out. With that, you guys start hanging out. Klaus gets Charlie and it's like, we're gonna be from what Victor seemed to indicate we'll be about an hour out from where this cave is. If you guys want to chat or discuss anything, please do, but I'll be focusing on driving. He also says, oh, by the way, does anyone have a letter by any chance that I had on my person?
But here's the thing. I gave him back his backpack. I put the letter back in the backpack. So
Good. You're good.
he should have it.
Gotcha.
I'll just tell him. I'll say, Klaus, I put that letter back in your bag. You should have it.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, it's, and he, just grabs the backpack, puts it back on and says, thank you. And he, you guys go along your way. I'm still trying to find a...
Is he curious if I read it?
You can tell that there seems to be, like, something he may want to discuss. Like, he seems like maybe he wants to discuss it, but maybe he doesn't want to pry. Like, something...
Do I notice that about him?
Roll a perception check.
Okay. I refreshed, it's still laggy. I don't know
you're
why.
Good. You're good.
What browser are you using?
Chrome.
I'm gonna send you a link to something that'll help unlag, because I did it and out with my browser.
Okay.
Let me send you a screenshot of it real quick. 1 second.
Okay. I just got a 13. Imaginer.
You got a 13? Yeah, you would end up noticing that, it seems, that for,
Are you okay, Klaus?
Did you read it by any chance?
I did. I'm sorry. I didn't
No,
mean to
no,
pry, but we thought you were gone.
No, you're fine. I'm not mad about it. It just isn't something that I thought would be, you know, I don't know.
Where is he?
Where's who?
The one you love.
Darwin, he lives in Silverspire, but I can't go back there now. I mean, look at me. I don't look anything like how I used to be.
But you're still you?
Yeah, I'm still me, but I'm not. I mean, I don't... And he just starts to get, like, a little bit silent. And he says, he loved me for who I am now. I don't think that he's going to love me as this newer, you know, guy just out of nowhere.
You're not a new guy. You're still you.
I'm not the same.
You may not look the same, but everything else about you is the same.
Yeah.
And how
Well,
about this? After we get done here and finish this bounty, what if we travel to Silverspire together?
I mean, we can. It's a pretty big place, though. Have you been there?
I've heard of it, but I have not been there.
Well,
It's a pretty big, really big place. Like, compare Gasaara to Corelda in the case of how big Silverspire is. Like, it's a massive kingdom.
Maybe by going there, we'll find more things to do, more people to save. I would love to take you there.
That sounds good, Celestia. I'd enjoy that.
I'll just give him a little pat on the back.
And he smiles at you, and you guys are making your way to this cave, and you can see it as you come over this hill through these forested trees, that there's this like little like, I wouldn't say a mountain, but like bigger than a hill, smaller than a mountain. Like, this cave goes into this stone wall, but it's not like enormously high, but it does it's high enough that like scaling it would be a bit of a feat. But you make your way to there it is. You make your way. I need to change things up because I did not add things. God.
You mind if I do a little test roll really quick?
Go right ahead.
I think we fixed it.
Go right ahead. I'm not gonna stop you.
Oh yeah, it's good. Thank you, Hannah.
My pleasure.
Perfect. And we're just gonna add, a little bit of foliage in just to give the indication that like you're coming into a forest area. Nothing I'm gonna do too crazy about it because, well, I don't have that type of time. So atmosphere, we're gonna go with this. And boom. And the evening starts to pull in, and you can see that the sun's starting to set as you're making your way to this little cavernous area ahead of you. And as you are coming towards this area, you hear some voices inside this cave, but you also hear from the you hear Klaus say, "Look, if it's all the same with you guys, I'd like to sit out of this one. I'm still not comfortable getting back into fighting yet. Maybe with some time, but I just need to..."
Take all the time you need to, Klaus.
Thank you. And he
we understand.
Stays near the tree line there.
Watch out for Charlie.
I'll keep out for him. And as you guys are chatting with Klaus, you hear someone say, "Alright, now who are you?" You see someone come out of the woods on a horse, and I'm going to turn down the volume on this thing because it is extremely loud. But you see this to give perspective, he's got this I'm trying to see what would be the best model for him. I'm just gonna go with this one. He's got this white hair and this like very thick handlebar mustache, and he has a what would be considered kind of like a Stetson hat as he's coming out on a horse.
and he gets off the horse and says, "Alright, let me guess. You're the bounty hunters that Hokar was talking about?"
So there's no way that we have been sneaking up here or any of that? Like he just immediately notices us?
I mean, I didn't know you guys were sneaking. You never said anything of this.
Yeah, we didn't say.
Yeah,
Got him.
you didn't specify.
Ooh.
Who's asking?
Me. Hokar said I should be here to help you guys. The name's Dennis Matheson.
Wesvyre's gonna say, "Hello, I'm the one who spoke with him. Are you part of his group?"
I am. And I'm gonna bring in, just for the sake of argument, I'm just gonna bring in Cricket, just to give like a different, looking horse.
Oh, the baby.
The baby. As the horse comes over, this isn't the exact model of him, but it's gonna work for the sake of, showing where he's at. He walks over and says, "Well, I'm ready to help you guys take out Blanche, if that works for you."
Can I do insight?
Sure, do insight.
Can we all do an insight check?
I don't know anything. Sorry, guys. my rolls are so bad.
Sure, if you guys want to.
All right. I think I know less.
19.
19.
12.
And then Hekatae? 10?
10.
Okay. He seems pretty truthful to you guys as he's coming over and just like saying that he's part of Hokar's group, and
Is it only you, or are there more of you?
they said that they'd come later to help get some of the supplies back from everybody.
Well, I'm Celestia. I'll step forward.
And he puts his hand out. "Dennis Matheson." And he
Shake his hand.
shake his hand. It's pretty rough, like you can tell there's calluses on it, but he's, looks like he's a hard-working man from the looks of it. And he says, "Well, I don't know what you guys would like to do, but I'm down for whatever."
Do you have any knowledge on where Vostel is?
He should be inside there. If all goes well, shouldn't be that difficult.
Okay, well, we're sort of sitting ducks out here, so let's head in.
Hopefully we haven't already blown our cover. Let's try to be stealthy about this.
Let's start our escapades.
Start our escapades. Oh, excellent. Doodly-doo. Going through, making sure. Cool. We're just gonna add this guy in as a makeshift here, and then
Oh yeah.
God damn it. All right. So you guys start to head inside. How do you guys want to go about this?
I would like to be sneaky now.
All right.
Yes.
So you guys are all heading in to be sneaky. You're heading in, and as you are heading in, you hear someone stepping around, saying, "I'll be right back, boss." You see that there's a small alcove to the side, and you guys will all be moving there, but I need you to all to roll stealth checks.
Haha. I'm good at those.
Well, it was nice knowing you guys.
21.
Okay, 21, you're good.
Ha! Dirty 20.
Oh,
No.
So, Celestia.
If this was golf, I'd be doing great.
I know, right? So Celestia and Cain, you both go in with no problem, and I'm gonna roll. You guys and Dennis all end up going into hiding without any problem. Hekatae and Wesvyre, on the other hand, ching 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 ching, because Hekatae still has her chainmail, and Wesvyre.
She didn't put it back on.
She didn't put it back on?
I literally still.
Oh, you didn't
have
even.
It off.
Oh, you have it off. Well, that sucks. Ain't that just a sucky thing? Well, even then, you're running through. You trip over a rock and you splash into the water. Wesvyre, you clinging along with your plate. I can't even remember what it is, like plate, or if it was like chainmail as well. But basically, like hearing the ching 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 coming. Yeah, the chinging of metal from Wesvyre as she's going around. The guy says, "Oh, what?" And he's you all make it to the spot. Luckily, none of you full outright, nat one.
I should have honestly just cast silence.
That would have probably been helpful. You might still have that chance. Who knows? So you are all in this small little alcove as we see a. What would be the perfect look? We'll go with this one. We see this bandit come around the corner, and he's going to be searching for you guys. Here's what we will roll. I will roll it in front of you guys. Let me see if it'll allow me to do so through my own little thing. I will roll the hang on. Give me a moment. I'm just going to roll it through this one right here, out in front of you all. I'm going to use Hekatae's one just because, why not? And it's going to be a roll to everyone, and we're going to see if they notice. It's going to be a +2 as well to their... Nope. So that's an 8. They look around, they're like, must have been those damn bats. And just walks out and you can hear him. He's just outside the entrance near you guys, and he is just lighting up a cigar and just smoking it out there. And he's like, the crisp night air.
How far away is he?
He would be I'd say about 35 feet away from...
Okay. And he's just south?
Can I tell how armored he is from where I'm at?
Roll a perception check, I would say, with disadvantage, because not only are you in this small alcove, but it's also he's kind of a little ways around a corner.
Of course. 10.
10. So with a 10, also in the future, if you would like, if you right-click on the little button.
Yeah, I just couldn't remember how to do it, so I was like, I'll just roll twice.
It's all good. Yeah, you can right-click it and it'll all be good there. But out of 10, you see that he is armored, you just don't know how armored he is.
Okay, I am going to, if I'm allowed,
Sure.
I'm going to cast, before I do that, let me see the space that silence is.
Sure.
How do I see the...
let me... Yeah.
20-foot radius centered on a certain... You choose within range. Okay, so
Yeah.
I'm going to cast silence centered on right around where he's at.
Cool.
And then I'm going to face step and then attack him.
Okay.
If that's
so,
allowed.
So yeah, hang on. So you were going to cast silence on him, and what are you also going to do?
And then I'm gonna face step, which is up to 30 feet.
Okay.
I'm gonna face step and then attack him.
Okay.
That way I don't have to worry about doing anything noisy.
We're gonna
until
move
I get to
here,
the...
so we'll move here 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So you are right here. Do you have like a long range weapon or also if you want to go yeah, because I was gonna say if you want to go the full, because once the silence goes on, who knows if he may realize it or not. I'll roll another perception check because you know the night air and like hearing the outside.
I will go ahead and use where is my weapons? I can throw a dagger at him.
Okay. Alright. So. You go throw a dagger at him.
Which is a 19 to hit.
That'll hit. 4 damage. Wow. Okay. You throw the dagger and it stabs into him and he goes like he's like trying to, you know, scream, but it just comes out as like his mouth just moving like but nothing's heard. And he turns around and sees you, and he is going to try to strike you with his scimitar. 10.
Yeah, he thought.
Yeah, nope. Goes to try to hit and misses. And then you go up next to whatever you want to do with him.
I'm gonna go ahead now that I don't have to worry about.
Yeah. So let's move that.
Are we just watching this go down?
Yeah, like, you're watching it go down with complete silence. Like, you can't, you just see it happening,
How? I'm not hitting him for obvious reasons.
You're not hitting him for obvious reasons?
Yeah, I rolled a 1.
You rolled a 1. Oh. Yeah. I'm gonna say that just for like a little bit of our house rule. Let's see if he rolls and hits. 16 doesn't hit either, does it?
16 does hit me.
Oh, it does hit. Okay.
15.
So he's going to 7 slashing damage as he comes across with his scimitar. As you like kind of step back and you like are almost falling backwards as you try to hit him, but you lost your footing, and he goes and takes the opportunity to slash at you with the scimitar.
About
how lewd.
How lewd.
How far away is he?
Let me see. From you,
about 30 feet away.
It would be 30 feet away.
Can I shoot at him with my short bow with advantage because we're still hidden?
Sure. I also want you to make me a stealth check because you are not within the bubble for silence, and also the sound of you shooting off your short bow. Depending on how you go about it, will either be very silent or it will echo through the cavern.
11 for stealth.
11 for stealth. So you want to shoot this arrow out, you can. So roll for that.
Alright. Let me go to back up here, short bow. Does a 10 hit?
10 does not hit. So you shoot this short bow out. Ting, ting, ting. It ends up echoing through the cavern, and you hear in the back a few people be like, oh, "What was that?" So that's gonna be going on. You hear Dennis next to you say, "Oh, this is going so fucking bad."
Maybe
see you coming up with
not
great
way to do it.
Well, maybe, but not your guys' version of stealth.
I had a great idea, and you know, and it was gonna be great if I rolled well.
Yes. And Wesvyre, you're up to roll again against the bandit. So.
All right. Let's see if I actually hit him this time.
Do it, do it, do it.
Okay, that's another nat 1.
Wow!
God.
That's not right.
You go to slash again and again, lose your footing. He gets an opportunity to try to hit you. That's a 13, so he misses too. His footing slips too, and you're both just slipping on wet stone as you're both unable to do anything. He goes to try to hit you again. He rolls in that one, so you get an opportunity to hit him. So go ahead. You were both just slipping on wet stone.
15.
That'll hit. Go ahead and hit him.
Oh goodness.
I think in the midst of all that, I just like look over
6 damage.
6 damage. You go ahead and you crack him alongside with the mace. His head slams into the side of the wall there, and he is just dead. Like, you cracked him so hard that he busted his skull against the wall, and he's just laying out on the ground dead.
Wait, yeah, I could just imagine, like, me and Hekatae just look at each other at the same time. Like, what the fuck is this?
I'm just gonna turn around and give him a thumbs up.
I think I like have nudged Celestia and I'm like, are they dancing down there? I'm confused.
I'm just gonna turn around and give him a thumbs up, like, I did it!
So after
Yeah.
she looks back at
So-
us, we just give a tiny little...
Yeah.
Yay.
Also,
two
I do
thumbs
want to
up and a
say
big smile.
as well, just to bring
I
it
love
up,
it.
roll me a Constitution saving throw to see if you can still keep up silence or not, because you did get hit at that one point. So do a roll to see if you.
Oh my god.
Why does I start the game with bad rolls all the
Bad
time?
rolls. Yeah. So your silence, you lose concentration on it. But luckily, you know, the guy's already dead, so yeah, no need to worry then.
Ta-da.
You're like, I did it! And yeah, you hear in the back, few people being like, I'll go check it out. Could be nothing. Yeah.
Wait, what about his body?
Yeah, what indeed about his body.
Can I search his body for anything?
You want to leave hiding in order to do so?
Oh lordy, but they're
Ooh.
coming! But they're coming!
I decide against it and say I'll do that later.
Perfect.
Because I'm still in silence, I'm going to kind of like hide around the corner there where I'm at, like, does that make sense?
You're gonna go around this corner here?
Around
The entrance
Yeah.
corner? Okay, cool.
yeah. That way I'm, you know, because I don't want to waste another face step just to go back to the group.
Yeah, sure, you're good. You see that a few other people end up coming out, and we're gonna bring
Oh, actually, I forgot silence was gone. Do I need to roll for stealth to move around the corner?
yeah, I'll say stealth.
Okay.
To
I
move
forgot
ar-
about the
Yeah,
silence
you want to
being
move around
gone.
the corner silently, so yeah, do a roll and see what you get.
Look at that. A 10.
Look at that, a 10. You kind of trip over the body and you like bang your armor against the wall with a loud clang, and like as they're coming around the corner, they could tell that it was like from the entrance, and these three bandits are coming around the corner, and they're like, what the hell? They're going to roll perception checks to
At
see.
least they'll be worried about the entrance.
Could I
You know who else rolling ass tonight? Me. None of the bandits see you guys in the corner.
Good.
And they are all focused on the outer portion here. They are all moving down. Completely don't notice you guys, and they see their friends like, oh jeez, Benny! And they go down the...
Not Benny.
Not Benny! The two end up going to check out, and the one next to them says, I'm going to check around the corner because I thought I heard something.
Could I maybe use Mage Hand to like go down on the opposite side of the entrance and just like smash some rocks or something to alert them that way?
You want to use Mage Hand. Okay, so you're going to have to come out of cover to do so, because I think you'll need line of sight to do what you want to do with your Mage Hand. Or, like, at least a little idea on where you want to go. So you're going to move a ways out. Make me a stealth check as you're, walking out.
I have a question.
Yes.
So I saw these bandits come out, but
Yes.
could I roll perception to see if there's any more we can hear in the cave?
Sure. You can roll. Roll perception.
Okay. Okay, never mind then. It's a 10.
You hear some mumbling, but, like, nothing that, like, you can't tell how many or who it is. Just you hear in the back of the cavern that there is some stuff going on. So this guy's gonna come around the corner here, and Wesvyre, unless you're, like, going to try to hide in a tree or whatever, then he's gonna see you.
Is that like acrobatics?
To hide behind a tree?
To like climb up it.
If she wants to climb up it, then she can use either athletics or acrobatics, depending on what she wants to do. But if she wants I'll still say it will require a stealth check to be, you know, going into this, tree line and, like, trying to not alert this person who just heard clanging metal and whatever, so
May as well just
that's up
try
to you.
Like, hide behind it.
I am going to instead use this as an opportunity to keep them focused on me so that my team has a chance to surprise them. And
Okay.
I'm going to use a bonus action to use Field of Faith on myself.
Alright, so what does Shield of Faith do for those who... Okay.
A shimmering field appears and surrounds a creature of my choice within range, granting it a +2 bonus to AC for the duration, which the duration is 10 minutes concentration.
Alright. Perfect. So you do that.
I'm just gonna ready to tank some of this.
Alright. So, let me get this up. So you are hiding behind this corner here with your mace. This guard comes up from around and says, "Hey, who are you? Are you who did this to Benny?" And he's gonna intimidately approach you, I guess is the best way to say it.
I'm gonna look at him and I'm gonna say, and I'll do the same to you. Can I hit him?
Yeah, go right ahead.
It's a 21 to hit.
21 to hit? Yeah, that'll hit.
And that is 7 damage.
7 damage. You crack him against the side of the jaw, and he, few teeth end up going on. He says, "Ah, fucking bitch!" And he, goes to bring his scimitar, out to hit you, which then ends up alerting, the other two, to end up coming around, hearing their friend, both proclaim that there's someone there, as well as, yeah. Oh god. Okay, so yeah, he's gonna try to hit you with a scimitar. Good lord. Just gonna roll this. That is a dirty 20 to hit.
Of course.
And
not even with my bonus on my AC. How dare he roll well?
He rolls a 2 slashing damage as he comes across with his scimitar on you.
Right, and then I need to...
Yep, roll your constitution. What did you roll?
I gotta find it.
Oh, there you go. Not gonna do it. Your Shield of Faith breaks. You break concentration on it. Yeah. So
I would like to fire at the one closest to her with my short bow.
Fire at the one closest to her?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that possible right now from where I am, or?
From where you are, you would have to get a little ways out because they are behind a corner. So if you want to get out, then you can.
Yeah, I'll just use my walk. Would moving 30 feet be able to get me there?
With 30 movement, yeah, you should be able to get. Well, let's see. So we got 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. You'd be able to get close enough to hit the one that's like from behind here, like with the other person that has their back turned.
Alright.
So if you want to do that. And I'll just, let me just do this for the sake of argument, because clearly there's going to be, some comeuppance here. So we're just going to, let me save this, let me just get the thing ready. And I'll just say for the sake of it, roll initiative.
Ooh.
I'm gonna auto roll for these guys.
Holy shit. 21, let's go.
Nice. What did everyone else roll?
I got a 12.
Nice. Celestia?
22.
Hekatae?
Hey.
Just a 2.
Alright. Perfect. So we are going up first is Celestia. If you want to do anything, come out of hiding, anything like that. If you wanted
How
to stay.
far is like the closest one to us?
So the closest one to you would be about 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Be about 35 feet is where this one is. And then this bandit over here.
1 second.
Sure.
What the heck? I want to use a certain spell, but it doesn't tell me how far I need to be, like, up to them.
What's the spell specifically?
Poison spray.
Poison spray.
It says the range is 10 feet, but isn't that 10 feet, like, on them? You know what I mean?
So let me see. Poison spray. You extend your hand out towards creature, so range of 10 feet. So that would be from you, and it's
so
a
10
puff
feet
of,
from where I am standing.
Correct.
Okay, got it. So I guess I'll just roll a stealth check to get out of hiding, cause what over there decided to go ham.
I mean, I won't say you need to roll a stealth check. You can just come out if you want, but if you want to go stealthy and like get up close to them and then like do that, and you can.
I just don't want them to have an opportunity attack against me.
Ooh, did they notice me coming up, or was I stealthy? I would have preferred to be stealthy.
You're stealthy. You're stealthy.
Okay, cool.
They're stupid. They're paying too much attention to clingy,
Alright then.
clingy cleric over here.
Okay, so for poison spray, can I avoid Cain and just get these two, like, beneath him?
What
Like
type
diagonally?
What? I'm needing to look and see. Extend your hand towards a creature you can see within range projected on something.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
you
like,
can just aim for.
Towards the one, like, diagonal to me?
Yeah, you can do that.
Yep, doing that.
Alright.
So does that also go on the other guy, too?
I would say if they were in the same line, but I would say if you're going in at the diagonal, if you're going straight, then I would say yeah, but like since you're going at the diagonal, I say you get the one.
That's okay.
Yep,
Yeah,
you're good.
I'll just do the one then.
Yeah, go right ahead.
They need to roll a Constitution save.
They need to roll a Constitution. Let's see if this fella can roll a con save to save his life. That is a 3.
No, that does not do it.
Nope. Let's see what you roll.
That is 15 poison damage, my friend.
15 poison damage. You put this puff of poison out, and the bandit turns around and says, "Hey, what the?" and like grabs at his throat. His like he begins to like froth at the throat, and as he does, he can't get his breath, and he falls dead to the ground. And yeah, that's your turn. You just killed that guy in one shot. next up would have been that bandit, but it's Cain now. So.
Alright, I'm gonna use my short bow to attack the dude closest to what?
What? Okay, cool. Go ahead and roll that up.
Does a 17 hit?
Is a 17 hit? Yeah, it does.
Alright, let's roll damage. So that's 5 damage. I would also like to use sneak attack.
Yeah, go right ahead. Well, hang on now.
Well,
I need to know about sneak attack here because...
Yeah, once per turn, I can deal extra 3d6. I hit with an attack with a finesse or ranged weapon.
Yeah, I just need to... I just need to figure out for a moment. If you have advantage on the roll, you do not need advantage if another enemy of the target is within 5 feet of it. So yeah, you'll be fine to do that.
What did I... Did I roll that? No. Let's roll that.
Perfect. So yeah.
That's another... I think that's 11 total.
11 total? Cool.
Let me check. Let me do quick math.
So what was it, 5 and what? Let me look at the game.
Yeah, 5 and 6, 11.
5 and 6, 11, yeah. So you go, and they're about to bring up their scimitar to go and hit Wesvyre again, when goes right through the back of their head, out through their eyeball, and they go, what the, ugh, dead. And yeah, and then this one lady has a bow, trained on you guys hear from the back that Dennis comes out and he says to you, Hekatae, I'm gonna go in ahead and see if I can take care of Vostel. Seeing as you can take care of these guys for yourself, I'll take care of him inside.
Good luck.
Thank you. And he's going to use his action to dash, as well as just moves on ahead from you guys. And next up is Wesvyre.
So we only have one guy. I can't tell because of how dark it is on
You're
my
good.
screen.
You have yeah, you're good. I can try.
One guy or two guys?
Let me turn up the exposure a bit so you guys can see, because some of you have dark vision, so you guys can see a little bit. You will see that there is one. The others are dead.
I'm gonna go ahead and step up to him. Step up to the plate.
Step up to her. Yep.
Her, him, them.
Indeed. Step up to them. Yep.
And go ahead with my mace.
Sure.
With a 12.
12 will hit exactly on. So.
Wow. Yay. For 7 damage.
7 damage. Crack against the side of her head. She holds on and says, fuck, bitch. She turns around and is going to try to aim with her crossbow. Fucking misses. 10 doesn't hit, so shoots off. Doesn't hit anything. Next up is Hekatae.
Oh boy. I guess I will go down and join the others.
Alright.
Trying to stay out of the line of sight, or like keep anybody in our party out of my line of sight, kind of.
Okay. So what do you want to do? As I move this little guy ahead.
Well, she said she wants to join us, so.
I wish I could see anything.
Oh, sorry.
Everything's just like the same shade of red to me.
God, hang on. I'm trying my best to I think
it's Discord because it kind of looks like pixely to me.
Yeah, that too. Like every now and then it's just like out of focus, kind of.
That's weird, because
But
I'm trying to also stream 2 ways, so that's also probably why it's a little pixelated. So I cannot help if it's,
Yeah, that's just on Discord, I think.
Yeah, I can't do much in that respect. I will, however, change it over so that way you guys can kind of see. I've turned up the exposure up so you guys should be able to see yourselves. And as well as I changed it from being like red to like a little bit more night, since it is starting to turn more night. But yeah, so you're over here, little hecky heck. You're
just move me forward 30 and we'll figure it out from there.
perfect. We'll move you forward 30 right there.
Okay, do me a favor and just keep it still for a second. I'm trying to figure out like who even is who, because I can't even tell visually like who is in my line of sight. So
I think you're good actually if you go like diagonally. If you're gonna cast anything. Because what is behind her, and then me and Cain are like beside of you.
Yeah.
okay, so I think I'm just going to do Ice Knife on one of them that is like diagonally to me. Hopefully,
yeah, she's the only one left.
Yep.
One skull crust.
If you could see like her, she's like the chick with red hair. She's the last one.
Okay. So I'm just gonna cast Ice Knife on that one and see what happens.
Alright. Cast Ice.
That's a 17 to hit?
Yep, that'll hit.
7 damage.
You throw out this Ice Knife, and it where Wesvyre cracked on the left side of her skull, an Ice Knife goes into the right side of her skull, and she falls dead to the ground.
That is
now
scary,
can we look through their bodies?
Sure, you can look through their bodies.
I would like to loot through the one that I was gonna loot through earlier.
I mean, we could all have one each, technically.
I want the one that I just killed.
I don't care about looting the bodies.
I'll take her loot.
Of course.
Going to do some rolls for the background here. Okay. You guys are going and looting the bodies.
Yeah.
Excellent.
I loot 2 bodies.
What? And let me get out my little loot table here, so we can see what you guys find.
Awesome.
I'm going to roll dice here, see what you get out of each of them. Okay. So we're gonna go with this one. Alright. Inside one of them you find, and I'm going to you're searching through a body, Cain?
Yeah.
Okay. You search through a body and you find something, and I'm going to throw it into your character here. It's called the Cloak of the Manta Ray. What it is while you're wearing this cloak with its hood up, you can breathe underwater, and you have a swimming speed of 60 feet.
Whoa.
Pulling the hood up or down requires an action.
That hood is like always going to be up.
That's pretty cool.
So I'm going to add that to your the Manta Ray. That is added in.
When you have something like a robe like that, does it take an action to put it on?
It would take an action, or at least some time to put it on.
Okay.
So, if he wishes to put it on, then that is that. And you said you were searching, so I'll say that we'll just get rid of one of the bodies. I'll say, well, we'll say you guys put the ones on the side after you search them. So the one on the side, we'll put him outside. You still have these other 3. I'll say that, Cain, you found what you wanted. And next up, you, Celestia, you wanted to look through a body?
Yep.
Okay, let's roll on the table. Inside, you find a potion of water breathing.
I don't technically need that because I have a spell, so does
Fair.
anyone else like this?
The fact that there's a lot of water breathing stuff, I'm gonna go ahead and ask for it.
I will happily
Feels
give
kind
it
of
to you.
sussy.
It does
Yep,
feel
I will
kind of
give it
sussy,
to you.
even though I'm just rolling a generator. So
I'm gonna
That
just put on my
generator's
cloak.
very sus, man.
the generator is very sus indeed. Don't know when it will come in handy or not. So I'll say that that's this body. Put it to the side. Boom, dead. You still have these other two here to look over. Who wants to end up looking through it?
Hekatae?
Yeah, I wanted to look over the body that I just killed.
Okay. I'll say this, and I probably should have done it with everyone else, but roll me a D100, and we'll see what you end up getting on this loot table.
Ooh.
That's what I probably should have been doing, but I just realized that that was a thing that could be done with the generator.
Roll a 69! Roll a 69!
What'd you roll?
35.
A 35. You find a potion of animal friendship. When you drink this potion, you can cast the animal friendship spell for 1 hour at will. When you agitate the liquid, like it's a muddy liquid that you look through, you see little bits come into view. You see like a fish scale, a hummingbird tongue, a cat claw, and squirrel hair. All inside of this potion.
God.
Whereas in the potion of water breathing, it's a cloudy green fluid that you see like a jellyfish-like bubble in the center of it.
I don't know what we're going to use these for, but okay.
Yep.
That's so perfect for Heck.
And I'll add that in just for... let me add that into your... I'll say your backpack of holding to try to make it less crazy. Potion of Animal Friendship. Boop. Add that in. And I'll go over and for Celestia, I'll put in the potion of water. Or actually,
I'm giving that to.
Yep.
Yeah, because I have a spell where I can do that.
You can do
so.
that. Cool. So we're going to. We'll put that in your backpack here. With this water breathing potion. Boom. There's that. That's now in. Excellent. And there is one more body.
I think that goes to Cain, doesn't it?
If nobody wants it?
I don't care.
Alright, ahead. Roll a D100 and let's see what you end up getting from that.
Alright. Let me find it.
Doobly. Should be the one that's like two dice that are next to each other.
Yeah,
if you
in the
click
custom.
Yeah, if you click on the bottom left corner,
left.
there's a little button you click on and it should say D100. Click on that once and then roll it.
It's not showing up for some reason. You said the one with 2 next to him?
Yeah, it should. When you mouse over, it should say D100 and it should be two D10 looking dice. And if you click on it, it'll say 1, and then down below you can it'll say roll, and then you can do that.
Alright. I'm gonna assume this is it because I'm working on a laptop and it's not pulling up.
Yeah, you're fine. We'll see if it is, and if it isn't, yep, you're good. You got it. Let's see what we get. Let's slow
41.
41. Okay. What you find is a potion of Hill Giant Strength. When you drink this potion, God. I'll say, because this one seems a little bit more crazy, whoever wants to figure out what this potion is, because for Cain, I say that you won't know it off the bat, but if someone wants to, they can roll an Arcana check to see.
I'm proficient in Arcana.
Yeah, go right ahead if you'd like.
Would someone tell me what this is?
I don't know.
Can I roll an Arcana check?
Sure, go right ahead. What? Both of you just re-roll because I don't know if you guys just have bad luck tonight. I'm allowing you both to re-roll because
we
you
all
can't.
have bad luck tonight.
I know.
You-
Bad
This is
dice
so
luck.
garbage.
You elves are supposed to be helpful.
21.
14. Hekatae, you would know by looking at it. You've studied a few things with potions, mostly from your mother nagging on you to do so. You would know that this is a potion of hill giant strength. What it is you see this transparent liquid with like a sliver of what is presumably a fingernail from a hill giant inside of it. You know that if you drink this potion, your strength is like greatly increased. For players to know, your strength score becomes changes to 21 for 1 hour.
What?
Yep.
Wow.
That's quite ridiculous. Holy crap.
That's funny because my strength is a -1.
Exactly. The potion has no effect on you if your strength is equal to or greater than that score. So I don't think anyone has a score that's up to 21, so this could be useful to practically anybody, but I'm going to add it into your backpack here.
Do you have to, like, eat the fingernail?
I believe you will have to eat the fingernail.
Ew.
Would that just be drinking the fingernail since it's a
Yeah, just choke it down.
potion? Oh, that's fine. Give me an extra 22 strength.
Maybe there's like a tea filter
Oh
type
my
thing
gosh.
in it.
Take it like a pill.
Take it like a pill.
I imagine it's a pretty big freaking fingernail.
It's a
It's
sliver
not,
of
like,
it, so
giant.
I would say it's a.
Oh, it's only a sliver. It's only a
Yeah.
sliver. It's fine.
It'll go down easy. But
It's
yeah,
like the
so
worm in tequila.
you.
That's pretty good.
That is actually a good reference. So you guys are doing that, and I'll say I'm going to. I'm gonna roll something here.
Crap.
Okay. Okay.
When the DM says K.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Okay. All right.
You're making me nervous.
It's like going to the doctor's office. Dang.
All right. You hear from the back room. You hear shots going off in the cavern. And I'm gonna go ahead and start putting some things down, just to get the look of this put together.
Guys, where did Dennis go? Because we didn't see him leave, technically.
No.
Hekatae did.
Hekatae did. Yep. You're right.
He went up to take care of Vostel Blanche. He wanted to go by himself. He said we could handle it down here.
He could be in trouble.
I agree. We have to run.
Okay,
All
let's
right.
go.
So you guys are going your way into this little cavern, and we'll.
Before we start running, I would also like to have like the cloak of the manta ray just
Okay.
like kind of throw it on with the hood up.
Throw it on. Okay. So I will. Boom. That's thrown onto you. You're gonna put the hood up, or you're just gonna keep it on that's like hood down? Yeah. Okay.
The hood's always gonna stay up.
Cool.
And before we come into like sight of anybody, can I go ahead and cast a spell before we get into, I'm assuming, this
Sure.
next initiative?
Sure.
Okay, so I am going to cast a mirror image on myself.
Okay. What does mirror image do?
So it gives me 3 illusory duplicates of myself, and they like move with me, mimic my actions, and all of that. And so if I get targeted, there's the potential that my duplicates will be targeted instead.
Cool.
And yeah.
So you guys see 3 duplicates of Hekatae appear alongside her, like some sort of Naruto move and all that. So, and then you guys head on in.
This is my
roll
fantasy.
me a
and I went to Celestia and I'm like, I can use this later. Calm down.
Okay. They're illusionary though, so like, don't know how that would work, but cool.
Shadow clones. Okay.
Weird. In any case,
Just means I get backup dancers.
this is what I have to work with here. This is why. Okay. Just letting everyone in the audience know. This is what I have to deal with.
You're welcome.
And excellent.
Celestia is so
Fantastic.
happy.
Oh boy. So I need you all to make a perception check with disadvantage, please.
Crap.
What check with disadvantage?
Perception. If you want to just.
Oh, so that's how you do it. Okay.
Yeah. Just right click it and then
Disadvantage?
click disadvantage and then roll.
Yeah. Ah, they both sucked anyway.
Nobody sees anything.
Nobody sees anything. So that is a 9 from Heck, a 7 from Celestia, 3 from Cain, and an 11 from Wesvyre. You guys do not hear anything. You hear some like arguing in the back, and some like, you hear like shouting between both Dennis and what you would presume is Vostel. And so you guys walk up and you see Dennis with his gun out towards this guy, and he seems pretty bloody, and he says, why the hell did you come here? And he's you see, and with the way combat has been going, it is his turn to aim at this guy, and he brings his gun out and he says, I'm just doing my job. That's going to hit for... you see that he shoots and it hits in the guy's head, and not only does blood start pouring out, but you see that the wound starts to fester, and this green liquid begins to pour out as well with the blood, and this guy hits the ground dead. And then Dennis turns to you and says, well, it took you long enough.
You already took care of everyone?
Oh yeah, you took half of them, it seems, outside. Now, there are only 3 of them in here, so...
I would like to make sure that I believe he's actually telling the truth and that he's not with them.
Sure.
Yeah, could we roll like an insight check or something?
Sure. So you're trying to see if he's with them, is what you're saying.
Yeah, because it just seems too convenient.
Cool. Roll a insight check.
22.
22.
I know nothing.
7.
These rolls are ass tonight.
Gotcha. I don't know if Celestia does that either, but...
Well, I think if we have one, she'll probably relay it to us.
So, Wesvyre, you, with a 22, you would know that this is not, like, he is not connected to this group. Like, you can tell that this is, like, when he shot, it definitely seemed like cold-blooded. It didn't seem like it was something that would indicate that, like, oh yeah, he's somehow part of the group and blah yada yada. Yeah, it doesn't seem like he is part of the group. He definitely seems like he came here to finish this job, and so the job is finished.
Okay. Well, good job, Dennis, but we have more to do, so we'll celebrate later.
I would like
Yeah,
to
you will. If you can, I'm gonna grab some of the stuff from the front, and you guys can grab all the supplies that are in the back for the town. I don't need any recognition or anything.
Are we sure that there are no other people left in here, Dennis?
Well, if there are, they probably pissed themselves from watching their leader get their head shot through. If you find any, you're welcome to kill them.
Good enough to me.
And he's going to walk past you guys and head out.
I would like to loot the bodies.
You would like to loot the bodies. Okay, so he's going to head out. Just going to move him out of distance. So, yeah, you go to loot the bodies. You also see in the back, I didn't put it in there, but in this like tiny corner, you'll see that there's a bunch of food, grain supplies, stuff like that. Seems like it was stolen from the town in boxes.
I put as much of that as I can into my backpack.
And I was gonna say, can we
You're
like
gonna
load
burst
that
your
into
damn-
our cart? Can we just put it in our cart?
Yeah, you could. Yeah.
I mean, like, just from, like, here to there. Like, just to load it up easily.
Your
That way we don't have to
backpack of
carry it
holding
all.
only holds so much. I will remind
It's
you.
a backpack of holding.
I get that it's a backpack of holding.
It'll still hold more than me carrying it in my arms back to the cart. You know what I mean?
Fair.
Can the cart fit through this cave? Is it big enough to just like?
It could. It'd
roll
be a
it
little
through
bit
and
difficult
then leave?
terrain-wise, but like, yeah. So you're looting the bodies. So I'll say and I'm just gonna roll a d4 to see who ends up looting, just for the sake of being fun and crazy. Heck, you can. Gonna roll that again. Wes, you can, and roll that again. Roll that again. Roll again. Keep landing on the wrong ones. Celestia, you can also. Well,
Okay.
I'll say that. Cain, if you want to, you can roll as well. I'm not gonna sugarcoat. You guys can grab. But I'll say that Cain, you will be getting a different table. Roll on D100. So you guys are gonna.
Oh man, can I roll again?
What'd you roll?
What?
That's the same thing that he got.
Yeah, and you can roll again.
I think I missed it. What are we rolling again?
You're rolling on D100. See what you end up getting.
98.
98. Okay.
Nice. I got a 60.
You got a 60. Excellent.
62.
Nice.
A 47.
Okay, so let me go in order from whatever the hell to whatever the hell. Okay, so Celestia, you find, not necessarily on a person, but you find in the corner something that would be a saddle of the Cavalier. While the saddle is on a mount, you can't be dismounted against your will. If you're conscious, and attack rolls against the mount have disadvantage.
Ooh.
A horse counts as a mount, right?
Correct.
Okay.
And that would technically be what it would be used for the saddle, would be a horse or some sort of steed
I don't
of
have
some
a
sort.
horse, but like,
True.
if I decide to give this to Klaus, is that okay? Like,
You would
can
know
keep it
that
on his
Klaus
character?
does already have a saddle of the Cavalier,
Oh,
but you
okay.
can sell it if
I'll
you
keep
would
it
like.
then.
Yeah.
I'll keep it.
And then let me go back through and see what else. We have a 60 for Cain, which means let me go through. You would get. Alright. Let me see if I can roll here. Let's see what we get. You find a spell scroll inside. The spell scroll is going to be. It does not specify. It does say that it is for a 3rd level spell, so.
Ooh.
So it doesn't say what type of spell it is. They just say it's a spell scroll. You can use it for 3rd level. Anything that's like a 3rd level spell. I'll just read from the DMG. A spell scroll bears the words of a single spell written in a mystic cipher. If the spell is on your class's spell list, you can read the scroll and cast its spell without providing any material components. Otherwise, the scroll is intelligible. Casting. So let me roll a. I'm just gonna randomly pull up spells and see what I end up finding, because I do not have any freaking idea. I'm going to say is under this. If you would let me, game. Thank you. 3rd level, boom. This is for a tiny hut. It is for a tiny hut. Layman's tiny hut.
so dead right now. Out of everything,
You get layman's tiny
surprise tool we'll use later.
It's a surprise tool we'll use for later.
Oh my god.
So, I'm going to, just for the sake of argument, because I really rolled that just out of my ass, we are going to put into your backpack, adding an item, specifically a spell scroll, 3rd level, and it's specific one, and I'm going to customize it. In the notes of it is going to say tiny hut.
The tiny hut do.
So let me go through that. So layman's tiny hut, a 10-foot radius immobile dome of force springs into existence around and above you and remains stationary for the duration being 8 hours. The spell ends if you leave its area. 9 creatures of medium size or smaller can fit inside the dome with you. The spell fails if its area includes a larger creature or more than 9 creatures. Creatures and objects within the dome, when you cast the spell, can move through it freely. All other creatures and objects are barred from passing through it. Spells and other magical effects can extend through the dome or be cast through it. The environment inside the space is comfortable and dry regardless of the weather outside. Until the spell ends, you can command the interior to become dimly lit or dark. The dome is opaque from the outside, of any color you choose, but is transparent from the inside. So you can see outside of you what it looks like, but with the dome on the outside, they can't see, and on the inside, you guys can see out.
Oh, so it's like a hunter's blind. Okay, cool.
Yeah, pretty much.
Interesting.
So you've got that for you.
Oh, yeah.
So you got a little spell scroll for tiny hut. Next is Wesvyre with a 62. Let me go back through my...
A 62.
A 62. Let's see
Yes.
what you get. We are going
A rock.
I found a rock. We are going to... That you do find yourself another... Let me see here. Because I'm going to actually roll for this one. Where is it? There it is. Alright. It's another 3rd level spell slot. But this one is...
A tiny hut.
Another tiny hut. No. 16. Okay, so we're just gonna... So we're just gonna pull this and see what we get. 12. You get a transmutation spell called Meld into Stone. What this does...
Sounds like my sinuses.
Well, you can't... So you can actually read it. It's a cleric or a druid spell. Either or can end up using it. You step into a stone object or surface large enough to fully contain your body, melding yourself and all equipment you carry within the stone for the duration. Using your movement, you step into the stone at the point you can touch. Nothing of your presence remains visible or otherwise detectable by non-magical means. While merged with the stone, you can't see what occurs outside of it, and any wisdom or perception checks you make to hear sounds outside of it are made with disadvantage. You remain aware of the passage of time and can cast spells on yourself while merged in the stone. You can use your movement to leave the stone where you entered it, which ends the spell. You otherwise cannot move. Minor physical damage to the stone does not harm you, but its partial destruction or a change in its shape to the extent that you are no longer fit inside expels you and deals 66 bludgeoning damage to you. The stone's complete destruction expels you and deals 50 bludgeoning damage to you on contact.
Owie.
If expelled, you fall prone in an unoccupied space closest to where you entered it. I would say that this is probably to, pretty much be a hiding spell from the looks of it.
Sounds like a great spell I want to use later when I actually have enough health to cover that.
Yeah. It's a surprise to you. Oh shit. Wesvyre gets... Someone just destroys a whole rock and Wesvyre goes flying out and slams into the ground, just dead.
Where did she come from?
Oh no, she's dead. We're gonna spell scroll.
I was hiding from Janice.
Oh god. Yeah, you give it to Janice and it's like, what? Oh, you can go in here. Even though Janice can't, they would look at that spell and be like, I have no idea what you're showing me. We're gonna customize that to say meld into stone, and so that's gonna be included into the spell, and that's all that. And there is I will say, did you roll Hecky?
Yeah.
47. Let me see what you get. You get a potion of growth. When you drink this potion, you gain the enlarge effect of the enlarge reduce spell for 1d4 hours, no concentration required. The red in the potion's liquid continuously expands from a tiny bead to color the clear liquid around it, and then shaking the bottle fails to interrupt this process. So now you have a potion of growth to where you will become larger if you decide to use it. Let me go to... Oh, cool. So yeah, potion of growth, got that. And I will say... Let me change up this table for one, and then I'm going to roll and see who... what you also find, which is fucking weird that that's a specific spell. What you find also when you're looking through the person is you find a potion. Inside you see it's another potion, and you can assume just from the looks of it that it seems like another strength potion because you see another sliver of a toenail inside. However, the toenail that you see is different, and it's like more of like an ember glowing than you would if either Celestia or Hekatae want to roll a Arcana check, then you can.
Okay. Oh, that's a nat 20. Boop, boop, boop.
Nice.
Whoop. So Celestia, you would know. Somehow not knowing about the hill giant one, you would know that this one is a potion of fire giant strength. This one, when you drink this potion, your strength goes up to 25 for 1 hour.
Right.
So there is...
Explain it.
Yeah, you explain it to him.
Yeah.
And so now Cain now has 2...
God dang.
God
Wait,
damn.
what?
So
I got 2?
You have one of fire giants. So there's that.
This is gonna be great in the future.
Yeah.
Oh yes. So you got that from that guy, and yeah, that's everything. Let me work on some stuff in the background while you guys do whatever you would like. Chat amongst yourselves or look through the ruins while I try to do this very quickly.
So, how do we think we should redistribute the stolen items from the town?
That's a good point. So we didn't see like a layout of the town, but I imagine there's like other shops too, right? Like apothecary, like weapons, stuff like that.
The apothecary got burned down.
Oh, we were.
That's why we're here.
That's why we're here. Everybody's dead.
Too soon, Celestia. Come on.
Would we know like where the stuff goes then? Who to take it to?
You would see that they have specific labels on them that say, like, farm, tavern, stuff like that.
This is highly convenient.
Yes.
This is strangely convenient.
Alright, and you guys, what do you guys want to do from here? We're just gonna say that get rid of these bodies just for the sake of argument.
Well, in my opinion, I think we should get these supplies back to the town as soon as possible.
Alright, so you guys
or
head
we
out.
could keep them. Just an idea.
Cain in the background being like, or we could take everything and run away.
Typical human.
Typical human. I love
Well,
it.
it's not like you elves did anything to help in the first place.
I wouldn't steal from a town. That's for sure.
Not. I'm stealing what was already stolen.
Well, you're gonna put it down or we're gonna have an issue.
Wesvyre looks at him and just says, dude, come on, we can get stuff somewhere else that is free game.
Free game.
I mean, fuck, you guys already got a bunch of other stuff that you already got from.
Somebody here is definitely... Is he a rogue?
Oh yeah, he's a rogue.
Yeah, somebody here's definitely a rogue.
Excellent. So you guys head out of the cave, I assume?
It is still nighttime though, right?
Yeah, it's still nighttime. I'll say that it's
think
like
that we should
even
camp?
further. Let me make sure that it's like...
But it only is gonna take us like an hour to get back, right?
Yeah, it should only take you an hour to get back.
Oh yeah, we should just go.
So you guys all head up?
That's my opinion. I don't know about everyone else.
Yeah, I think we just take off.
Sure.
I'll just head to the cart.
Excellent. So you guys all are heading out, and you see Dennis, but you also see on the ground next to Dennis, you see that Klaus is gagged and tied up.
I would like to ready my bow.
Oh, and it's what's his face?
You ready your bow. As you ready your bow, you hear one cocking right behind you and says, you hear a little halfling say, "Don't you fucking dare." With it aiming right at your head.
Is that him? Is that little shit?
No.
Okay.
That'd be funny though.
That would be funny. Different halfling. You see that this one, she has
Somebody's racist.
purple hair. Someone's racist. The halflings. You see that ahead of you. You can see that with the moonlight shining down, you see that there's a purple tiefling woman. You also see Hokar. Wesvyre, you would see Hokar behind Dennis. Who has a weapon pointed at Charlie specifically, like keep him back and all that.
I think I'm gonna try to take a page from Wesvyre's book and Misty Step behind this guy over here to our left.
Before you say anything, you hear him say, "Now let's talk. If we can. No funny business, please." You see that he pulls out his gun. He puts it to Klaus's head and says, "Or this little friend here of yours is gonna have his brains splattered all around the forest. I don't want to hurt anybody. I just want to know what's up."
Okay, we'll talk.
Excellent.
Weapons.
I'll lower my bow.
You lower your
What
bow.
is there to talk about?
The halfling kind of lowers hers, but like keeps on guard. You guys, I would say, move forward a little. and
I would not.
You wouldn't?
I'm gonna stay back a little.
You
I'm gonna stay back a little.
Okay, you stay back a little. If everyone else wants to as well, we can. I don't know.
I was gonna say, I don't know why we're moving, because I don't think I would.
So you guys stay right there. And then...
I would move up. I would move up a bit.
You would move up a bit?
Just with my hands
most
up.
likely going to be the talker in the group.
So the
Celestia.
halfling comes around and has the weapon pointed at Cain and says, "Put your weapons down, please." And the tiefling, she comes up and says, "Yeah, if you could just put the weapons down, then we could solve this problem without any issues."
You know, I do have a really cool weapon that I could really put down and create a whole wall of ice.
Why don't you make...
I do need to specify with that as well that I did change that around because, like, I allowed for that portion, but also for giving you a 6th level spell that early, it'll switch up to Wall of Ice again, but for now it's going to be Frost Fingers, which is a wizard spell that you have access to as a cleric.
Makes more sense.
Yes.
Although Wall of Ice was epic for that fight.
Yes, you will get it back once you gain 6th level spells. So that way I'm not, totally giving you, OP spells. So she looks over at all of you and says, "Just please, we don't want any trouble."
So what do you want?
Yeah,
I'm
you're
gonna go ahead and put my weapon down, but I'm going to look as unsuspectingly as possible, be ready to cast my cantrip Sacred Flame.
Hokar walks up and says, "Wesvyre, it's fine. You'll be okay. We're just here to talk."
Well, if you're just here to talk, why did you tie up our friend?
Insurance, I guess.
Insurance for what?
In case you wanted to be violent.
I'm gonna look at him and I'm gonna say, "We're only violent because you have our friend tied up. Now, if you want us to be calm, you will gladly untie our friend, take the weapon away from his head, and we will talk."
You hear Dennis in the back say, and he's gonna come forward and hand something to, he's took the weapon away from Klaus's head, puts it in his holster. Klaus is still tied up, but he comes over and he hands something to the tiefling woman, and she nods her head and casts a spell. For those who would know, it is let me bring it up because I do not know the full thing about it. So you feel around you guys this I need you all to make charisma saving throws, please.
Oh boy. Saving throws.
Nat 20.
Nat 20.
Just because of my advantages on different things.
21.
Is this the charmed spell?
It is. I do not believe it falls under. It does not fall under charm.
Okay, and you said charisma saving throw?
It's a charisma saving throw, yes. $16. And then Cain 21. Okay. Hekatae and Wesvyre, you feel this, like, it's not a, it doesn't feel harmful, but you feel this, like, compellment within you. And what they're casting is Zone of Truth. And they all enter within range and of you guys as this spell is going off and say, "Alright, who hired you?"
We literally just picked it off a bounty board.
Technically, I picked it off the bounty board. Is there a problem?
Yes, there's a problem. Because having those types of bounties around is makes work difficult. You don't know a man by the name of... Oh, what was his name? And then points to Hokar and says, Hokar, who's that person who's been causing us trouble? Think his name is Samuel? Yeah, Samuel. Did he hire you by any chance?
Samuel?
We don't know any Samuel. Never met him.
Okay. And as he's more looking at the two Hekatae and Wesvyre, he side-eyes his tiefling, and she's like shaking her head back and forth when it comes to both Cain and Celestia, since they don't seem to be under control of the spell.
Wesvyre, I'm going to be honest and say, I don't know exactly what happened. I just know that I'm with the group, so,
Did a Samuel Clifton hire you?
Is that halfling still, like, kind of pointing the gun at me?
Did you put your weapons down?
I mean, I lowered it, but it's still in my hand.
They have it, like, towards their side. It's not pointed directly at you, but it's like they're apprehensively have it, you know, like, aimed at, like, near their side, so, like, they can bring it up quickly if need be.
Alright, fair enough.
You, say you don't know, okay. And then he turns and says to Hekatae, now what about you, miss?
I think I just stare back defiantly, knowing that there's a spell cast on me, and I am pissed, so I'm not answering.
Would it be visible that you're pissed?
Yeah.
Don't look at her, look at me.
Helena here tells me that you aren't under the spell, which means that it must not have worked on you or your rogue friend here. I want to hear the truth. Because in this line of work, the truth matters.
Just out of character for a second.
Yeah, sure.
We weren't technically hired, right? We just chose
No,
to do
you weren't.
It.
Yeah,
Okay.
you chose to do
The
it, yeah.
truth is not going to hurt us here.
Exactly.
Just so everybody knows. Okay.
That's, well, from what you know, yes.
We still have the bounty paper?
Yeah.
Who has it?
Celestia does.
I think... Oh, wait, is it me or is it
You're the one
Cain?
who pulled it off the wall, I'm pretty sure.
Well,
Oh, that
I
was
pulled
Cain.
it off.
Oh, you
I
pulled
pulled
it off.
but then
Then
you grabbed
okay,
it.
then you would have it, yeah.
I was putting it back and I was saying nothing. Then she grabbed it and like slammed it down.
Okay, I guess I do have it. Okay, I'll show it to them.
Okay.
This is the paper we pulled off of the board. We don't know a Samuel.
From Helena, she comes over and she grabs the paper from you and looks over it, brings it over to the group, and they all look at it. And she says, it doesn't seem like they were hired then. It looks as though this is just from like a bounty board, like she said. Hokar looks at it and says, well, yeah, she seems to be right there. And Dennis comes over and says, alright, so you weren't hired. So, clearly, you had no ill intentions. But, for some reason, you're coming after Vostel Blanche. That's neat.
The name?
Yeah. It's a pretty fun name, right?
Kind of the point then, isn't it?
Yeah. So you weren't hired by Samuel Clifton, which means we have more to deal with than I suppose I thought. Well, I'll say this to you guys. If you showed up with that piece of bounty and those bodies in that cave, you wouldn't have gotten your reward. You want to know why? Because the person standing in front of you... Hi. My name isn't Dennis Mafkin. As you can probably assume, my name is Vostel Blanche. And he's in the zone of truth with you. So whether you want to assume or not.
So who are those bandits?
Just everyday bandits that were attacking the town. Although
Why did you burn down an apothecary?
Well, that's a bit complicated. Yeah, mind if we talk more out away from this cave? Yeah, we'll untie him. And he goes over
Untie our friend, please.
Yeah, I heard you the first time. He goes over and cuts the ropes away from and the gag away from Klaus. And he says, oh, man, I didn't even see you. That was crazy. And Vostel says, don't worry. No one any trouble. I was figuring that you guys were some sort of bounty hunters sent by a man that wants me dead. For more reasons than one, but... oh, that's neither here nor there. So, yeah. What's going on here? As far as I'm concerned, yeah, you guys are on a bounty, and that's fine and dandy and all. But, like, what, you know, what do you guys want? To keep your silence, I guess. If anything, let me explain to you. We are a small group that protects the town of Corelda. We also protect a few other towns around this here continent of Zambari. And, well, sometimes we have to do things that we don't necessarily like. For Hokar here, it's arson. He doesn't really like it, but we had to do it anyways. See, the apothecary was running on child labor, and to have some place like that still stand would have been disgraceful.
Can I roll insight?
Yeah, you can roll insight.
Out of character, didn't you say that people were killed in the process of that?
No. Or maybe... Did I? I don't think I did, but if you want me to, I can throw that in.
I think it was just burned down the apothecary.
Yeah, it was just burned down
inside.
Yeah, it was just burned down the apothecary. What'd you roll for insight?
I got a 24.
24. You would know that he's telling the truth. From, like, how his mannerisms are, that he's, like, a little more relaxed, less tense about it.
So where's the owner of this said apothecary?
Well, that's the thing. The owner of the apothecary left town, and quite literally, I don't know who he, she, or they are, but I do know that they're a, what would you say, like a partnership? Basically, their apothecary is owned by a man named Samuel Clifton. He runs a few businesses around here, and, well, in not so upstanding ways. On top of that, he doesn't end up protecting any sort of towns or the people, and likes to exploit people wherever he can. And I can't stand for that. Much less it being children.
I believe you.
Thank you.
Know where this Samuel Clifton is?
I want to look at Hekatae just really quick and say that halfling was telling the truth.
And then the other halfling turns towards you and says,
"Yeah, it's my brother."
He tried to warn us, but he wouldn't say any more.
Yeah, because I told him to keep his damn mouth shut. He talks too much.
So we need to find Samuel.
Indeed, indeed we do. But the problem is he's a little bit of a higher up, you see. He's gotten a name for himself. He's an elven individual. Got himself tied into got the knot tied with a family up in Evandriel. So can't do much in that regard unless we want to. Like, Evandriel's not a place that is so welcoming to humans, half-orcs, and tieflings. But I think much less that we would be able to pull off such a thing to be able to get close enough to Sam.
Doesn't hurt unless we try.
Now, just for like a recollection for Hannah and Eli, could you tell them about Evandriel?
So Evandriel is a elven city that is, I would say it's a few days travel, maybe 4, from Corelda. It is on the eastern part of Zambari, and it is the hometown, I guess is the way of saying it, of Hekatae.
Just so we could RP a little bit better here.
Yeah, you're good.
Gotcha.
Okay, so I look over at Hekatae and say, "Isn't that where you're from?"
Hekatae is absolutely keeping quiet, not knowing if she's still under the spell. And
you are not,
she wants
because
no part of this.
yeah, you're not under it. So
do I know that I'm not under it?
I don't know if you do. I would say you probably
in that
don't.
case, I just stay quiet and look down.
Would she know Samuel?
No.
Okay.
I think I just make a small shake of my head at Celestia.
So let's say we do travel there. Then what? What's the plan?
Well,
Yep.
well, that would be ideal. I don't know if we'll be able to reach that. It'll be very, very difficult to be able to get close enough, like I said. If we're even lucky enough to make it into Evandriel's walls at all. Well,
They'll let me in.
Yeah, they'll probably let you in. If you could, let's go back to the tavern and we can discuss from there.
Okay, I have no problem with that.
Yeah.
Everybody else?
Wesvyre, as much as they think we can trust them, is still very, not trusting of them because they did tie up their friend. But she'll just go with the group anyway, but is keeping an eye on them.
Agreed, and I would like to be at the very back of the pack.
Okay, give me a second. I'm trying to get... Okay, give me a second. I'm hearing myself now. That's not great. Let me get rid of this. Like a mod view here. how do I... And boom, there you go. Just wanted to get rid of someone in the chat, so I didn't hear much of what you guys said, so if you could please say it again, because I was dealing with all that.
Oh, basically I said that I didn't trust them, but I'm gonna go with the group. I think it was like Hekatae and I, or was it Celestia and I are both gonna be in the back.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll go.
You'll be back there with Hekatae.
Yeah, I said that I would like to be at the very back of the pack, or like just alongside Wesvyre. Either way.
I'll just position myself in the middle.
Cool. So you guys make your way back to the tavern, the Brazen Beard, as it would be.
But on the way, can I just make sure Klaus is okay? Are you okay? Did they hurt you?
No, they didn't hurt me. They were just like were they a little rough? Yeah, maybe, but no, they didn't hurt me. Just was surprised, all. And not very good memories, but it's fine. But yeah, if that's all, then you guys come back to let me get the right music, or just not that. It's a busy tavern. You guys are making your way back. It's like a little early in the morning, like dawn hasn't really come up yet. But you come back. Yeah, that's way too loud. We're just gonna turn that down a bit.
Before we go in, can I take a little bathroom break?
Sure. Yeah, go right ahead.
Okay, I'll be right back.
Perfect. Go right ahead. We'll all be right back, ladies and gentlemen.
Read my book.
And
I am.
Okay.
Yes, everyone's back. Bringing everything back in. Perfect. Let me... Why I didn't do the other things beforehand, I'll never know for myself. You guys are all coming back to the tavern, and let me bring out... Yep, got him, and then I'm somehow missing that... Nope, not that. Somewhere I had half demon. There we go. Perfect. So you all make your way back to the Brazen Beard. All go in together, and we'll just open the door here. Get everybody semi inside. As you all walk in, Victor welcomes you guys back and says, "Hey, welcome back." And he says hi to all of you and says, "Hi, Helena. Hi, Hokar. Hi, Voss." As they all come in, they say hi to Victor as they go to sit down at a table.
You knew who he was the whole time?
Well, yes, he helps bring shipments in. I couldn't, look. I figured you were bounty hunters, and I heard things going on, and I'm sorry I couldn't say anything more. He helps to bring in the best... And he goes underneath the counter and brings out a couple casks of different colored alcohol, and he says, "He brings me the best ale. I can't lose business that way. I hope you understand.
I understand, Victor. We're good.
Okay.
I mumble, I don't understand any of this, and I just go to, like, lean by the fire, basically.
And then can we tell him that we have some supplies for him?
Yeah, you can,
From, like, what we got.
Yeah. So Ubranians is like, oh, thanks. I knew those bandits kept coming around, and I thank you guys a lot. And he, goes and, hands you, some, keys for you guys to end up having. He says, those are spare keys for the rooms. If they're available, you're welcome to crash here anytime. As payment for, bringing supplies back for me.
Okay, I'll grab them.
Free room and board. And he, goes back to cleaning behind the counter. Yeah, do you guys all, I guess...
I like how the big chicken's still on the table.
Yep, the big chicken's still on the table. She still didn't eat all of it.
I'm gonna look at my friend the half-orc, and I'm gonna say, you know, despite the white lies or the, uninclusion of the truth, let me buy you another round.
I didn't lie to you. There was a group of bandits. I didn't say that, you know, they were headed by Vostel, so, I mean, I wasn't lying. Yeah. And he,
Yeah, uninclusion of the truth.
Yeah, it's whatever. And he, you both go over to the counter to drink. And, Helena is her name. She, sits down and says, oh, it's been a long fucking night. And she goes and eats at one of the sweet rolls that are off the table, just nibbles on it. And Vostel says, I'll say, keep going around telling people I'm Dennis. The fuck kind of name is that? Anyway. You all, I'll say for the sake of argument, Klaus sits down and he seems to be pretty quiet. And Helena and Vostel are discussing things amongst themselves, and you two just end up sitting down. All three of you sit down. 4 of you, I guess, but Wesvyre's doing her own thing. And yeah, whatever you guys want to say from here.
I'll just be listening.
Have you had encounter with Samuel before?
No. You have not.
Okay.
So
completely new.
Completely new person to worry about.
Wesvyre is gonna try and see if she can outdrink the half-orc.
You're on.
I mean, we may as well drink and enjoy the company. There's nothing else we can do tonight.
Enough?
Your finest ale, please, Victor.
I'll have it coming out for you shortly.
Wesvyre's gonna look, alright guys, time to make your bets. I'm out drinking this half-orc.
Joke's on you, I drink here all night.
Oh man, I got 5 gold on what?
I also have 5 gold on what?
Okay.
Just asking, am I allowed to use magic to cheat?
What are you gonna try to do?
Pretty good.
What are you gonna try to do?
Just in case I have to make any ability checks or saving throws, I have cantrips to help me out.
Okay. He's drinking and he seems to be doing pretty well for himself. And then you go to drink. Roll me a Constitution. Saving throw, see how you do. And what did you roll?
Okay, I'm also going to have rolled resistance on myself as well.
You're gonna roll resistance.
The resistance is my cantrip.
Oh,
so
cool,
it's
cool, cool.
12 plus my cantrip, which is a D4.
Okay. Cool, cool, cool.
Come on, this is 5
so
gold
yeah,
I don't have.
You, and how long does, that last as far as,
Trying to get the roll here.
concentration up to a minute. Okay, cool, cool, cool. Alright, so
14.
you're going to drink, yeah, you're both going to town, and you, feel a bit of a buzz, but you're still you're doing good. And he says, "Hey, you're looking a little tipsy there. You think you're gonna take me on?"
No, I'm not tipsy at all. It's just excitement.
Okay. He goes and chugs again another mug of ale, and yeah.
I would like to whisper to Wes, "Hey, you gotta win this. I don't have 5 gold."
While they're doing this, can I sneak up to our room?
Yeah, you can sneak up to your room. Just you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna go for my next mug.
All right.
Down it.
Go ahead and roll another Constitution saving throw.
That's a dirty. That's 22 plus the.
That's a nat 20.
Ooh, nat 20.
Nice.
Plus 2 for a 22. Excellent. You chug it down, and it just tastes like water at this point. Like, goes down smooth, no problem there. And he looks over and says, "I must have been
20, can I drink 2 cups? To
Sure."
people?
You drink 2 cups, and Hekatae looks over at you and says, "Well, I must have been wrong about that tipsy thing." And he drinks, and he's like, drinks another drink. He says, "Starting to feel it now."
What a wimp.
You're up next.
Okay, I'm gonna go for another glass or another mug of ale.
Go right ahead.
Wesvyre.
And that's 13 plus the
Come on, get a 4.
concentration of my resistance, which will make it a 15.
15. You start feeling the alcohol hitting more and more as you're like you're starting to feel tipsy, like getting there, like very much getting there, and alcohol wise. And Hekatae says, "I can do more." Goes and chugs another one, drinks it down, and he says, "Now I'm getting back into it."
Oh god.
And he even is like, "Since you did another one, I'll do another one too." And he chugs that one down and does that smoothly as well. And he says, you can see that, like, from his eyes, he seems like he's definitely getting tipsy as well. And he says, "Alright, you're up next." Roll another Constitution saving throw if you want to go again.
I'm gonna go again.
Go ahead.
And that's gonna be 17.
Ooh, that's good.
Perfect.
Hope.
With a 17.
And I'm gonna go ahead and give a nod to Cain, be like, "Oh yeah, I've got this in the bag."
Yeah, you start feeling more tipsy as you're drinking now, and he says, "All right, enough of this ale shit. Victor, give me some of that." They refixed the formula for that. What was it? Obsidian Hellfire? I would some of that. Goes ahead and pours out a cup.
It's a Jaeger on steroids.
You see he drinks it and goes, "Oh, brother." He's holding on the table and says, "Alright, you," and he's trying to point at you, but he's pointing, like, to the right. "You gotta do the same."
Me?
Is it time for me to...
No, you, and then points to the left, like completely left of Wesvyre.
At this point, it's concentration up to a minute. Do I need to do my cantrip again?
Yeah, and I'm also gonna roll a perception to see, and a disadvantage too, to see if he notices that you're casting a spell. Well, that's a natural 1, so yeah, he
doesn't see shit.
Is that okay. Yeah, and go ahead and,
That was stupid. But my constitution... 13.
13! You drink, and, it feels like you just got hit with a hammer, like you are, like, you're drunk at this point. Like, not completely, like, blackout drunk, but, like, you are drunk. And so is Hekatae, and he says, I ain't giving up. Another glass of hellfire. And he's gonna go for it again. Drinks it down, and you can tell he's getting, like, very flushed in his green face, and he's like, you gotta drink too, and then we'll decide. And he slams his head on the top of the bar.
Yeah, so pay up, orc.
I'm gonna down. Well, I have to down mine now.
You have to down yours. Yep.
Crap.
What if it's a tie?
That's gonna be 19.
Ooh,
19.
Let's go.
With 19, you drink and you feel the drunkenness. You are able to hold on to your consciousness just a little bit more, and than Hekatae was, and but you are close to passing out on this bar. And Victor goes, "Well, I'll make sure he gives you the payment in the morning."
Not a problem.
And Hekatae slides off the bar, hits the ground, and just sleeps.
I'm going to, since I do have strength, I'm going to go ahead and move him somewhere comfortable to sit. I don't know.
Sure. You move him over to a this little I would say this little bench over here, and just he goes night night. He goes sleep for a while. He just lays down.
Betty bye bye.
Betty bye bye.
I'm gonna look at Cain and go, in my drunken, barely conscious state, and just I'm gonna be like, I want half your winnings.
Roll me another Constitution saving throw for you, and I'm gonna roll to see how high that DC is.
It's gonna be 18.
18. You feel yourself close to puking, but you're able to keep it down.
I'm gonna slide you a lemon cookie. Take this. We're even.
Roll another Constitution save with disadvantage as you see food.
Totally not on purpose.
12.
12. You just see food and you just instantly puke.
Quickly snatch my lemon cookie away from any puke.
Yes. You just grab it quickly. In Wesvyre, you in your drunken state pass out against the bar. Ching.
So much for those half winnings, and I will walk to my room.
Wesvyre just passed out like this on the floor. It's great. So you take the winnings and you go up to your room. And Celestia, you hear Vostel look over at you and say, "You guys always this rowdy?"
Sometimes even more so.
I like your company here. You seem like good people. And
We're sorry about the mix-up.
no, you're fine. I just have to make sure, because I've got people in this town that I care about, and the last thing I need is any sort of problems, I guess. As you two are talking, Hekatae, what are you doing upstairs in your room?
I think I mostly have just been kind of laying in bed contemplating everything. I'm still not very trusting of our newfound company at all.
Mm-hmm.
And then them trying to bring up the idea of heading back to Evandriel has me very on edge.
Mm-hmm.
Not wanting anything to do with going back to see my family.
Yeah.
So I think for a while I just kind of lay in bed staring at the ceiling thinking about that. And then probably after a while I just go like back into studying my Tome of Clear Thought, trying to clear my mind of all that bullshit.
Perfect. So you do that. And Helena, she says, if it's all the same to you, Vostel, I'm gonna go and head out for the night. And he says, alright, you have a good evening now, Helena. And she, heads out. And you two are, still talking, I believe, with Celestia and Vostel. He comes over to the, other table and sits down, next to you and says, well, I'm glad things turned out way better. Sometimes we've had bounty hunters that, we've had to kill. It's not something that it's not something I like to do, but something that I need to do. You understand.
Well, it's just a matter of who to trust. Personally, for us, we just found this paper. I'm glad that we were able to talk instead of having to fight each other.
I agree. I like that a lot better too. Makes it much less of a pain in the long run. But yeah, if it's all the same to you, I'm gonna turn in here for the night. I don't feel like going home. My home's actually pretty far from here anyway, so.
I understand.
Yeah.
You have a good night.
There you too, Celestia. And Vostel goes upstairs to his room.
I can't believe my friends are just gonna leave me falling on the floor.
Yep. Klaus is sitting there still, silent, just his hand just on this bottle of alcohol that he was drinking.
How you doing, Klaus?
He at first he doesn't even hear you there, and is still like eyeballing his bottle.
Can I take the bottle?
Sure.
Do I have to roll anything?
No, you don't have to roll anything. You take the bottle and tell me, where do you grab it from? It is important.
I imagine just from the base of the bottle. Like I'll just grab it.
You grab from the base. Okay.
Yeah.
You grab from the base of the bottle, and he's just still numb to everything that went on, and he's sitting there in silence, and he says, "What?
Are you all right?"
Sure, yeah, I'm good."
I know you have something to say, so you may as well say it. You've known me long enough. You can talk to me.
Being tied up like that, it brought back memories that I was hoping were stashed away forever. Just reminded me of when I was a kid, and let's just say that my some people in my family weren't exactly the nicest to me. If I had to be babysat by some people in my family, it didn't end well a lot of times.
So you see Celestia take a deep breath and close her eyes. I'm so sorry, Klaus. The last thing we want is for you to get hurt. We thought we were keeping you safe by leaving you by yourself.
That's okay. It's not your fault. I wanted to stay behind. It's just... And I accept his apology and all that. It's not his fault. He wouldn't have known, but... I don't know. Just reminded me of some dark times, and hopefully those dark times will be behind me if I keep moving forward.
Would you like to keep moving forward with us?
You guys are the only family I have now, so yeah. I would like to keep moving forward with you.
I'm going in for a hug. Bear hug.
You come over and give him for a hug, and he's like, "Oh, okay."
I squeeze.
Okay. A little too hard.
Okay, I'll let go.
I don't have as much muscle as I used to. And he goes and says, "Thank you, Celestia. You're kind of like a sister to me, and I'm just thank you for having my back, and I guess in this case bringing me back. Though I wish I would have still had my, the same look I had before, but I guess I could get used to the long dark hair and the ears."
You look great to me. Wink.
And he just smiles and says, "Thanks. Well, I'm gonna head off to bed too."
Okay, Klaus, get some rest, and tomorrow's a new day.
Alrighty. And so he heads up, and what do you do, Celestia?
Is Victor still here?
Yeah, Victor's still there.
I want to ask him a question.
Sure.
Hey, Celestia.
Hey, Victor.
Hey.
I was wondering if there's any place in town who will accept letters and take them where I need it to go.
Well, we do have like a small post, small mail office nearby. If that's a little post office area. Yeah. They only bring around every other week to take things out though, but shouldn't be too hard. What? You need a letter sent out?
Yes, while everyone is sleeping, I want to stay up, write a letter. I just want to make sure it goes to the right place.
Yeah, it shouldn't be no problem. Let me just, here.
And he clears off the table in front of you, and just moves all the stuff here to the side, at least, just like moves it out of the way for you. Slides sentences.
Here, if you want to, you can use this little bar space here.
Thank you, Victor.
No problem. If you need anything to drink, let me know. I have more than just alcohol.
And he goes and turns to the back and starts sorting stuff on shelves.
Okay, so just for DM's sake,
yes.
I'm gonna pull out my quill.
Yep.
And paper I have,
Mm-hmm.
and I just want to write home. I just specifically want to write to my father. It's been a while. I want to let him know I'm okay, what we've been doing, and how things are over in Avalon. So that's all I'm doing.
Perfect. So you do that, and you guys get for I will say that for the sake of both No one helping Wesvyre. Her passed out in her armor on the ground.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys. Let me...
Problem.
Hey, there's a problem here.
And she looks comfy to me.
I need to make sure of something for a second because but yeah.
Despite her being drunk and falling out, is this gonna count as a long rest?
Let me roll to just see, for the sake of argument, how many hours pass. 4 hours pass, so no, short rest.
So technically a long rest.
That's all we need. That's all we need is 4.
Oh yeah, because you're else, yeah. Then yeah, sure. Shit. Yeah, then long rest for I wouldn't say for Celestia because you
No, I didn't need one anyway. We're good. We're looking good.
You're good. You're good. Cool. Okay. So, yeah, you so I'll say that Hekatae gets a long rest, Cain gets a short rest, Klaus gets a long rest, Car's passed out, and short rest for yeah. And as you're waking up Wesvyre off the ground, you see that like Celestia is like finishing up writing a letter.
Did they end up cleaning up the puke next to me?
Yes. Someone who was lucky enough to have prestidigitation was able to clean up your puke.
Good morning, sunshine.
I'm just gonna grunt.
And then Victor says, "Would you like something to eat? Anything at all?"
I just kind of look at him and go, anything. Substance.
I'll get you some oatmeal, how about that? And I guess coffee. Yeah, alright.
I nod in agreement.
Goes do that.
Hold my head out of dizziness that I gave myself from nodding.
Klaus comes down and he sits at the bar and he's like, sitting there, Hekatae, you come down and you see, Celestia still down at the bar, and Cain, you come down as well, seeing both of them, including your drinking champion there.
I'm gonna see Cain come down and then point at Cain and be like, cough it up, bud.
No idea what you're talking about, drunken elf.
I glare at him. I'm the reason that you are 5 gold richer. And I bought that mustard for you. Cough it up, bud.
I do you a lemon cookie.
You hear Victor,
I take his lemon cookie, I crumble it, and throw it at him.
Oh no!
I'm going to take my dagger
No.
and point it at her.
I'm gonna look at him and be like, are you sure about that?
You just crumbled one of my lemon cookies.
Victor says, calm down, calm down. I won't have any riffraff in my damn tavern. If you want the money, I can also give you money. I'm not gonna have you guys doing all this crazy comeuppance in here.
I look at Victor. I look at Victor. I'm like, I apologize. That was out of line.
I'll say. Listening to that rogue talk, he sounds like he's from Muskerville the way he's sounding.
It's just humans.
Well, yeah, there's humans, and then there's Muskerville humans. And those are ones that you don't want to mess with. But that's neither for me to say or whatever. Here's your coffee and here's your oatmeal, Wes.
I pay him for it and give him a little extra as an apology for my behavior.
I also want to say, just for the sake of argument, if any of you four want to roll a history check on Muskerfell, you can. Whether you know or not will come up according to that.
I know about Muskerfell?
I know 11 about Muskerfell.
You know 11. Alright, cool.
Or would I just roll
would you... I would say that... Roll with disadvantage, Cain, and I'll say the same for Hekatae, because neither of you have been really outside of your places until, like, recently in time, and you've...
Are we all? I stepped away for just a second.
No, you can roll flat.
I rolled a 13.
Okay, you don't know much about Muskerfell, that's fine. 22, okay, and then Hecky 13. So Celestia, you would only know about Muskerfell. Muskerfell is an area that you've heard talk about through your kingdom, whether it's from people who have visited there or passed by it. It is a place that is not welcoming to other races other than human. It is a humans-only type of village or town. But it's further away on a different continent and not on Zimbari. That you know of. And it's also not on Baronia either.
So obviously I'll tell them all that. And because they will know it from my father. How about that?
Sure. Yeah, if you want to. That's all good there. And Victor hears you talking about and says, I had a cousin that went over to Muskerfell to sell some iron, and let's just say he left with no iron and no money, and quite a few bruises. It's not a place you go to if you care about yourself. He looks over at Cain and says, "You'd fit in right fine over there."
Suppose I would. And I'm gonna just walk away to another part of the tavern, giving an evil side eye, because you crushed my living cookie.
I'm just gonna shrug while I stuff my mouth full of oatmeal.
Perfect. And then Okar's standing up being like, I thank you for a nice drinking game there, Wesvyre. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to get some things.
Excuse me.
Yeah?
Are you gonna pay up?
I thought I did.
Did he?
Victor woke me up a couple hours after our drinking game, and I gave the money to him. I'm just gonna go and walk this off.
Can we at least get you something to drink? Coffee? Tea? Coffee, Victor. For the loser.
I'm just gonna give him a nice pat on the back and say, "Well done."
As you
Thanks
pat him
for
on the
your
back,
money, or...
as you pat him on the back, he barfs on the floor. Just
Oh, God.
Victor says, "Oh, damn it!" And he says, "You're lucky that my wife knows magic and can prestidigitate that away." God. Ends up getting him a coffee.
Wife's name?
My wife's name. I wish I established this sooner. Give me a moment to give a name.
Oh, I thought it would end up being Daisy.
Yeah,
No,
his
no,
wife.
no. His wife.
That would have been
no,
so
Daisy-
freaking
Daisy's
cool.
No, Daisy's single. Let me see.
This is exactly the video I sent you of the stuff that we asked for.
I asked for this, and you shall give it to me. Yar. Need better names than that. Her name's Misfits, but, we call her Missy around here, and I do too. She's usually, out working at the market in town, and, I work here at the tavern.
Well, maybe we should go give her a visit.
That would be nice. And he's going and working on the counter. He's like, maybe we will after I get stuff fixed up for the morning, and we'll be good. Hokar says, after he just chugs the coffee, says, "Alright, I'm heading out." And as Hokar's heading out, out of nowhere, the door is, like, kicked open, and thrown through the door is, Helena, and she is, slammed into Hokar. Both of them end up hitting the ground, as, she's, slammed directly into Hokar's chest, and he's knocked to the ground. You guys will then end up seeing that someone comes through the door, and I don't have a really good model for it. You see this guy come in, and he's got this kind of a center parted hair that's brown and like curls at the end of it, with like long on top, short on the sides, with these glasses, and he comes in with these couple knights that are brought in with him. He is I wish they had a good model. I'll say he's in the back here, and he says,
"Now, where would I find Vostel Blanche?"
Who?
Wesvyre points at Cain.
One of the guards comes over and says to Cain, "You're coming with us. You're under arrest for arson." And they go to grab you.
Just like to evade that.
So you're gonna try to evade his grasp. Okay. You try to move your hand out of the way, and
Before he does that,
mm-hmm.
I'm gonna use my feet that I have where I can talk to him.
Okay.
And I'm gonna basically tell him, "Yo, just trust me on this one. We can save you."
I'm gonna give her a side eye. Can I respond to that or no?
Yes, you're able to respond to me, with that. I have to find.
Is it a specific number of words?
It is, which I'm trying to find.
25 or less?
It's 25, yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So yeah, for 25 words, or less, Cain, what do you say to Wesvyre?
I will, but I still don't like you. You
Makes
crushed my
sense.
lemon cookie.
And so he grabs a hold of your hand. Do you resist or anything?
I don't resist. I just kind of like offer it to him and kind of just smile.
I love it.
He ends up grabbing you and then brings you over to his boss and says, "They say that this is Vostel," and then this gentleman with the center parted brown hair looks and says,
No, this isn't him."
Can I use my disguise kit?
You want to use your disguise kit?
To make myself look like him?
Sure. You as you're walking over, you like change your face or what? Like, because like disguise kit would change your outfit, wouldn't it? Not your face. Because he's looking at your facial features and all that.
Hold on, I'm looking. I don't know where it is, so I'm not sure. So I'm gonna just go with yes. I'm gonna change my face.
Give me a moment. I'm gonna look.
Is it a spell or?
It's a kit.
Let me look it up.
Oh, that's why I didn't have it on all. Wait, do I not? I could have. Or not? Apparently not.
So this is a pouch of cosmetics, hair dye, or small props that let you change disguise and change your physical appearance. Yeah, if you want to, you're gonna have to be very like quick on it though. So I say, roll me a. Let's just roll with your disguise kit. So roll me your are you proficient with it?
I was trying to make. I could have swore I had it in my inventory, but I'm not finding it. So
it should. You already have the tool for like disguise kit, so we'll say that regardless of whatever is put there, you can change to a disguise. But I need you to roll just a flat d20 plus your proficiency to see if you can end up doing it without them noticing, without the guard noticing. Yeah, so roll a
d20 plus 3.
Yep.
Which one is d20?
If you click on the side, it should be the one all the way at the top. Should be the d20. And then you roll that, and then we'll see.
Haha. 21. I got 18, but I have a 3 proficiency.
You are good. You change your facial features up a bit before you come over. And he looks over and says, gotcha. So, come with me, Vostel. We got some things to discuss.
Gladly.
And you begin to head out the door. Hekatae begins to stand up, putting Helen to the side, and says to one of the guards, "Hey, you're not taking my friend." And this one guard turns over and brings the sword out and says, "Not another move, Ark." And if you guys want to say anything, or you just want to, that's up to you.
Wesvyre is gonna walk up and say, "Be careful about what you say to my friend."
Your friend is getting in the way of law and order.
Who are you? You're getting in the way of my breakfast, so leave us be.
Heading out the door, these three. He says,
"It's nothing that you should concern yourselves about."
Hekatae, have you come downstairs yet? Yes or no?
I mean, you said I did, but if it was up to me, I would not.
You would not. Okay. Since it's up to you, then you would not be. So
as we're heading like out, can I use my bag of ball bearings to kind of like leave a trail without them seeing it?
Sure. Yeah, you can go right ahead. I love it. God, do I even have for you? No. Point of inspiration you can end up having now, because that was pretty cool of just, because usually you use ball bearings as a trap, but you're using it as like a little, Hansel and Gretel breadcrumb trail. That's pretty.
I have 1,000 of them, so.
1,000 of them, so you might as well, see how much of them you can end up using.
But I feel like he's like pretends he's grabbing a bite of his cookie, but every time it's him like taking some of the ball bearings out and dropping them with his cookie crumbs.
It's wonderful. Just roll a flat. Just roll a just a stealth roll. Just roll me a stealth roll. See how well you're doing at it. I figure you'll be fine.
Bet.
I figure you'll be
21.
fine. But...
21.
21. Yeah, you're good. They don't notice as you're, just dropping, these little breadcrumbs of ball bearings. And yeah, you begin heading over to a cart, and you hear this, the guards say, what do you want to do with them, boss? And he turns and says, oh, there won't be any sort of trial or anything. We'll just take care of him later. And you go into a carriage and you begin moving off. Unless you want to do anything otherwise.
Oh no, I'll just keep putting out the ball bearings.
And this guard says, by order of the, hang on, I forget, because my brain's kind of off. I'm just gonna say a different name, because I need to actually write these down. By the power vested in House Crestwall, I bid you good day. And he heads out. I'm not gonna worry about names. I'll fix it up in post. Whatever. He heads out and the door closes. And he goes off. Unless otherwise.
Alright guys, well it's time for us to go save our friend.
And then you see Helena gets up and she says, fuck my head. I just got hit with the worst pain. I feel like I was hit with a shield, and felt like I hit a door, and oh hey, Hokar. And
I mean, he's practically like hitting a door.
Well, I'm more like a wall, you would say.
He's kind of like a very soft laugh. Coming downstairs, I'll say, we're gonna roll, choose odd or even, Hekatae.
Odd.
You end up coming down first, down the stairs. And you're noticing that, like, everyone seems, like, kind of up in arms near the front of the door. And coming down behind you is Vostel. And he looks over and says, now what the hell's happened here? Victor turns and says,
oh, it's awful. They came and they took Cain and they got him.
My name. I never pronounced myself.
You never pronounced yourself?
No.
They took that human rogue out of here. And I don't know where they're going. All I know is that they're the house. And so if anyone could end up helping me and reminding me, what did I say was Samuel's last name? Because I do not remember.
Nada. I don't know.
No idea?
I got nothing.
Great.
I'm not a note taker.
Cool. I don't seem to be. I don't seem to be
leave.
either. So I'm just gonna go with we need like a last name that would end up fitting with.
It started with a C. Yeah, it started with a C.
Yeah, I know it's a C. That's why I said like Crestwall, even though that's not what I had specifically for it.
You don't want to just use that one anyway?
Fine, we'll use it. Yeah.
Write it down.
Yeah, I'll write it down.
Crestwall, Samuel, he came and he got him.
I'm gonna, kind of fill in the gaps and be like, basically some dude came in here, threw in a tiefling, threw him at the half-orc, started a big ol' fuss asking where you were, and then I just told them that Cain was you. And so they've kidnapped Cain thinking that it's you. And so now we need to go save him. Chop chop, people, let's go.
I look fabulous.
And you look fabulous. and Vostel says, well, I look a little different from Cain, so what exactly he's like, well, what exactly did they look like? Like, they must have been pretty stupid if they mixed up Cain for me.
I really don't know how they were able to know that it was... I don't know what happened.
I don't know
Because
either.
I'm assuming I wouldn't be able to see that he used his kit
Yeah.
if the guards didn't see it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. So,
But either way, I figured, you know, he can fend for himself, and we'll go rescue him.
okay. You,
Oh,
I'll
and
come
Victor,
around.
do you think
Yes.
if you could ask your wife, I don't know if she's a baker or if you're a baker, could you make up some lemon cookies while we're gone? I kind of owe him after, you know, selling him off so quickly.
well, I can talk to my wife about it and see what she can do.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And Vostel says, all right. Let's go save us a rogue.
Alright.
And that's where we will end this session.
Woo woo.
Woo, woo.
How dare you?
Oh, dear.
Hey, but on the bright side, she's getting somebody to make you lemon cookies.
I don't know this
He
yet.
doesn't know.
I know, but it'll be fine.
It'll be a fun surprise. Anyway, I want to thank you all for showing up tonight. Thank you to all of you for having fun tonight and me throwing my little twists and turns there with Dennis, aka Vostel, aka you know that guy, and also the other people in the group, and just having just a good old time. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed yourselves, and hopefully we'll be able to save Cain in the next episode, or he may end up becoming a pincushion for some guards' swords. We'll see how that ends up coming down.
If they can touch me.
Fill in all the stab wounds with lemon cookies, he'll be fine.
Exactly.
Oh, I love it.
Well, thank you for the session, Imaginer.
You are welcome,
Yep.
and hopefully come next week we'll be able to have a lot more fun seeing what happens with Cain.
All right, let's
Nobody
do
have-
charity.
Yes, let's do charity. And I'm trying to remember, I think it was $80 is what we were at last.
Yes, it was
Yeah,
$80. Yeah.
Perfect, perfect.
Nice.
So we have $80 so far for Able Gamers. Able Gamers is a organization that helps people with physical disabilities to be able to enjoy the games that we love and enjoy, whether it's making controllers or interfaces to help them, or just in a variety of ways helping communities. So we're going to be rolling for that, and that is a 12, so $92 is what we have. What we will also do, and this is going to be exclusively for the month of May, so I'm actually going to roll twice for this since I didn't do it last session, is the Min-Max Mankind, and this is something through Lawful Stupid, and one of the things I want to bring forth was that, like, Child's Play charity, not based on the movie, but it's a charity that helps kids who are staying in hospitals to be able to like play games, be able to like, because hospitals are pretty scary places most of the time, and to give kids something to where they can like distract themselves from any sort of tests they need to do and things like that. So what Child's Play charity does, trying to go based on memory here, is they help to either you can donate money or you can donate items that they need, such as books, board games, little gaming systems, whatever that they need, so that way the kids at the hospital are able to experience just a little bit of happiness in a time when there's a lot of uncertainty, more than likely. So we're going to roll for that as well.
love it.
That is a 6. And that is another 6. So that is $12 that we have for going towards Child's Play charity as well. So yeah, we got 92 for Able Gamers and 12 for Child's Play charity. At the end of May, we will take the ones that we add together for Child's Play charity. We will put that together, and we will put that money towards whatever we can end up purchasing, and it'll be going towards a local hospital, at least for me and my wife. It would be the Cleveland Children's Clinic in Ohio, and that would be able to help those kids to be able to have games and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm hoping that you all enjoyed this lovely session tonight, and I am hoping that we can save our lovely friend, who has now pretty much become a possible pincushion, but we'll see what happens to him. But yeah, I hope you guys have a wonderful night, and we will see you all out there next Saturday. And as we always say,
if it's wider than your...
Mask, don't shove it up your ass. Yeah, great.
I don't remember us always saying that.
I don't think we did either, but I mean...
In the last 3 sessions, it has been, so I'm sticking with it.
You want to stick with it, that's fine. You stick with that saying.
Yes.
As they always say, life's short, drink oatmeal. Anyways.
Drink oatmeal.
Bye.
Goodbye, you
Bye.
God damn it. Oh.